And our generation will praise the Lord. Beautiful music live on ETV Live, on Happy 98.9 FM Live, on Nissan 95.9 and 100.1. Hoping that your morning has been a good one. Staying with us live on this show. The generation was and we listened to the song yesterday. Thought it wise to bring this song again because it carried a lot of weight and a lot of power, even as we started the show with yesterday. And I'm hoping that your morning would be great, getting educated, getting informed, and getting entertained as well live on the Happy Morning Show. Meeting at the Assembly Chairman Mwakwaba Everett Meeting in Zambia Kopem Nidia. Any ACP retired Victor Tano Bedin Komo. We are now ya Jimbre ya the headlines of the newspapers now abroad for ya the social media trends in Subeka Hon near the sports kakraka on afeno ya Shasa Yedin Komono. In some no bebre any we up on so Sammy. Mepesi any ACP retired Victor Tano in Komo. We are Nafi Mduafa in program outline in we as to in summer if we up on so anapay. Many ACP retired Victor Tano in Komo on fire road safety tidbits no and brand pay. ACP and a pension more quabaja.
Major boss.
Na improve this and pay ja.
Yamin Chadi and Pachoy.
You and a pay there. You know nam.
Yo Medwasi. Medwasi. It might come more happy for Mumu. Majumapa, Moody, a debua moment, a swingy. The message of them for them, Cosor and Camon. Non coso and titning so and chilum. A tip for Mutage Medi and a pay Mamina, Mamacha the ship. At mobile sage Medi, Cassie, so happy FM 98.9. And I pay any idea, boss. They must submit a Sean and a tea a jomo. Or my bonny children only be any Gilbert, Isaac Ade, Justice Nati, Sifa Dankwa, Raymond Nyamado, Eura Fatishaibu Ali, Pastor Thomas, and Director John Kuma. So for the messages on Yedin at Mamma Pachi, Mia Strong or Dimia to 2 and 9 to 3 and sa. In any papability near the Indian Sea, the moment atom. Satum diam ceremony dear Quanso. Near retired principal Momo, near church one the pays by his grace. We are alive. So by grace we are alive there, any ancient principal, retired principal Penny Fui, Penny Boachia Pia, Commissioner of Police retired. Oh no, Yina or a penny on a president. Penny only Bushafo, Mamuna Chiano pay. Nabedi was a commissioner of police, also retired. Madam Gifty Eni Boche. Mama, good morning. Unable to inform Mamuna Chiano pay him in Shlam. For church of opening, George Ankobel. Emma, when it, Madam, unable to inform Church Munara and come home. Church of Abidi Chile, Ura Bampo, Jankama, every this year. Emma. Wachiana Pewone, Madame Ne Bushafo Yinara. Including so about from Nano, so Yenina Yeniso, Yamin Cosislam, or maybe Macau. Made Bema Ora Amwa, so Ebem Mechiano, Bema Moa, when Oyenomba, Bushafo Yinara, Onity and Treasurer, to his Casamai, Yamin Cow, and Abema Ankuma Edutum, also the financial secretary. I know what you Madame Nebusha for Mam, Yamin Shamunara, Victor Amedeke, only Accra Regional Welfare Officer. Bama, good morning, Yamin Cow. Opening Chief Asari, or Frafraha, Adentadam, Mochi, Penny Azauto, also, or a showman, the Mamuna Chamapi, Yamin Shamunara, Busha for native for Yamia Dumama, Pachemia, Strong Yaswagin and Nasui, na you see, who say, nay, any year crow. See a quiet, a becon saying any year banner swap, about saying, here, so quiet would be basum. And so couldn't went to me a matia, they say, or how, and I bet two, we shall for any at the force. None only a can, mile 7, ran about to know what's Yakakra, Yankankasi. Yamin Chadia, and they abroad 8 welcome. Almost 6 years on penny for 6 years, come on. A bomb basso. ɛbɔ ɔmo aba so paa san sɛ ne nan sɛ nsuo tɔɔyɛ paa nsuo no tie na enu pɛpɛ na ɛhɔ nom nyinaa ahɔ a ebi si ɛhɔ nyinaa wɔ ayɛsi saa ɛwɔ adwumayɛfo ɔmo yɛ no nyame nka mo ho mpanyinfo nyame nhyira mo ɛhɔ de ayɛ yie nea aka yɛ pɔtɔ nketenkete bi ɛna aka menim sɛ ɛne kɛseɛ koraa yi mo yie firi hɔ yi ɛnkyɛ pɔtɔ no so ɛno so mo bɛsisi na hɔ nom nyinaa nso ada so kama ayɛ mo wɔ ɛne adwuma pa nyame nkɔ so hyerɛhyerɛ mo na making adwuma no ebi agyin na nsi nsuo tɔ yi paa na ɔhwɛ kaso akwan so ɔde bɛkɔ old toll booth hɔ no ɛhɔ akɔkɔ nkakra no nsuo no tɔ a na anwea twe fi soro saa na abɛgye kwan no baako abɔ so to ɔmo efi kaso aba no dabi ɔmo do baabi a na ɔmo nyinaa kɔfa na ɔmo nam wɔn na ɔmo hyia ɔmo efi nkran ɛde korɔ no ɛhɔ deɛ no ɛyɛ akyɛ ɛhɔ deɛ no ɛyɛ akyɛ nti mpanyinfoɔ ɛna wɔn ani hwɛ hɔ sɛ ɛhɔ no ɛte sɛn ɛdeɛ na ɔmo betumi ayɛ ɛsan sɛ maa sɛ bi deɛ sɛ na ɔmo yi ɛti no tɛ no na ɛfɛ kwa nti minim sɛ hɔ ɔmo de ɔmo adwene kɔ hɔ a ɔno nso betumi ayɛ biribi ma na ayɛ kama maa 7 mo ayɛ kama ɛda mo ase aka saa aka so a ɛhɔ ɛkwan no so wɔ kakra no mo nhwɛ sɛ na ɔmo betumi ayɛ mo yɛ a gye sɛ betumi aboa obiara na ɛsuo tɔ a n'ano sɛ kaso a amfɛ koko bi te ɛna onye duru hɔ pɛ na wafa koko bi te kwan so adan ɛso ɔnam so saa na kyerɛ sɛ yɛsen sɛ kasa ɔbɛfa ha na wɔadi traffic mu a wɔntumi nkɔ ɔfa koko bi te a na wabɛsi old barrier pɛ na ɛkwan no na du ɔduru de si so na ɔkɔ baabi mpanyinfoɔ nhwɛ saa kwan no nyinaa sɛ ɛhɔ no betumi ayɛ diversion a ɛyɛ a ɛkwan pa ɛna na ɔmo nyɛ ne yie kakra na wɔnam so a na wɔn nso ɔho atɔ wɔn anim nyinaa no yiri sɛ yɛtu mpanyinfoɔ adwene aba so ɛtu ɔmo adwene aba so na nsɛm kwan no contractor wɔ kwan no so I salute you esan sɛ sɛni usi pɛgya ɛkwan no prɛko pɛ no ɛgyina fira sɛ si yɛbɔ nsɛm ma wo bɛhɛ woyi kwan ho nyinaa kama median mfimfini hɔ no nyinaa na fi sɛ come on yɛwɔ contractor paa wɔ man mu ɛkwan yɛ sa magic ɛno ano no contractor ɛno ano no ɛsɛ kwan no so fa yɛ ya papapapapapapa waa wobɛtra poku ase hɔ kakra fisi hɔ de bɛtra ama saman hɔ kakra no na polisifoɔ yɛ hɔ ama saman so ɔmo bɔ adwuma papa na nso ɔmo gyina hɔ si polisifoɔ ɔmo yɛ nea ɛyɛ a ɛyɛ ɔmo yɛ mbɔ wɔn aba so kakra o yɛbɔ wɔn aba so kakra bi yɛ yi gyina hɔ saa so ɔmo gyina hɔ deɛ ɛna ɛwɔ hɔ no traffic no nkakrakra nipa etwam kaasi dane wɔn ho ne ade ɛhɔ no ɛden paa nanso ɛyɛ nkakrakra na wotra hɔ paa na wode kɔ na wakɔdo frames fi frames ɛkɔ toll booth na ɔkwan so no a woda bɛhu sɛ nkranfoɔ sɛ nnoko yɛ gye hɔ mmeda menkyɛ nkra no papa nti na mɛtumi aka ɔda bi ɛhɔ ahomete ɛhɔ fa no ahomete na woyɛ no kakrakraa na wotra saa pɛman ɛde kɔdu medeɛ na fi medeɛ no ase mekɔduru Hebron ɛkɔ doboro no the mother of all roads ɛhɔ kakra no paa ɛso kwan yɛ international road o ɛyɛ international road paa efi aflawo ɛbɛsi eduru nkran efi nkran ekodu Kumasi efi Kumasi kɔ Tamale ɛtra kɔ Wagadugu ebi ɛfa ha kɔ Cote d'Ivoire ɛyɛ kwantimpɔn international road papaapa ɛyɛ kwan ketewa koraa nanso emu hɔ no fa no deɛ ɛden paa ɛnti wotutom na aduru nson junction no so total hɔ nom afɔ de kɔ a na afɔ agu ahome abusafo Obi apɛ kwampo. Ɛnɛ yi sei, dodoɔ no edu apedwa. Ɛsɛ nka ɔtoa so ɛde kodo Linda dɔɔ na ɔde kɔ no na ɔamane na ɔde afa Chebi Krom na ɔkɔtwa na ɔkɔsim. Sanse wofa hɔ no mo a ɛkwan ne deɛ ne kure nie. Ɛnsa no paa yɛ appropriate nsa no paa na yɛde ayɛ hɔ kwan. Kama abusuafo saa pepe ne ka ahwehwɛ wo. Enti yɛsrɛ contractor no a ɔwɔ saa efi amasamanya de kɔ de kɔnsa hɔ no. Mesrɛ no sɛ contractor baako pɛ na ɔwɔ anaasɛ ɔmo yɛ mmienu a ɔmo hwɛ pɛnifo ɛnum contractor yi yɛnsɔ n'asen na wodo ne yard na ɛwɔ amasama hɔ no a yard no so paa wagye ho nyinaa wo sɛ wɔn fidie ne adeɛ no gu hɔ nti pɛnifo nsɔ n'asen yɛhwɛ sɛ hɔ kwan na hɔ kwan me sɛ ɛyɛ international road ɛnyɛ yɛn nko a Ghana hafo nko a ɛna ɛnam saa kwan no so ahɔho nyinaa nam kwan no so tibigiri sɛ yɛnyɛ hɔ no kwan paa yi fi hɔ a hallelujah ɛbɛyɛ kama dodo ɛbɛyɛ kama ɛti aban wadaroma sɔfo ɔhwɛ yɛakwan so onyamfo Dr. Amoakwata over to you sir over to you onyina mo hwɛ sɛ ne mbetumi ayɛ onyina mo hwɛ sɛ betumi ayɛ sɛ moyɛ na yɛ ya yɛbɛbɔ mo aba so yɛbɛka sɛ mo ayɛ nti yɛsrɛ mo ada yɛsrɛ mo monhwɛ ne yie ɛnyɛ hɔ nko akwan deɛ ne mako dededem saa wofa wo yibi kwan de kɔdodo a ahom nyinaa akwan de fraseɛ fi dodo a paa wo sɛ mede ba fie nya ɛna do yi mu kwan no so come on ɛna hu sɛ akwan bi ɛsen kwa bi wɔn mu nyinaa adwuma no ɛso papaapa nanso apafo no esua na menim sɛ apafo kakra a wɔn de esi wɔn nisi sɛ wɔn bɛdi sɛ adwuma no wɔn bɛhwɛ na kwan no nyinaa no ayɛ kama ebusuafo kwan so ɛyɛ a ana etimi de ɔhaw ba abafo no bi nam so ne mmirikatua no ntina na wɔtwe mfiti aseɛ na wɔtwe atwa mu nyinaa na mɛka mmirikatua no ho asɛm no sɛ wotia straighter so a wonim sɛ straighter no wotia so no wɔkɔ dodo a wɔde speedometer no wɔn sɛ akɔtɔ 80 wɔde sɛ atra 100 ɛkɔ 150 na wɔn sɛ wɔkɔ bɔne sɛ wɔtɔ bo ase wɔyɛ nan fi straighter no so kakrakra enti straighter no ɛne speedometer no bibia mo me hwɛ sɛ na de bɛyɛ adwuma sɛ ne car no yɛmma ntumrika na ɛmmoro so etumrika tente a ebetumi de ɔhaw bebree agyaba akwanhyia ɛboɔden yɛbɛtumi ama ano aprase sɛ ebetumi aba ne saa deɛ a mo me nkan ho sɛ gyina yɛn nyinaa so sɛ nam lɔre kwan so a yɛnya hwɛ yie yɛnya botre yɛnya ntoboaseɛ yɛbɛma yɛn ani ada hɔ na obiara ne fam deɛ na wayɛ ne yie mesɛ ɔdomfo agya ɔnka ho na n'adwuma pɛ biara a ɛsi mu biara di so agya no ma no nyɛ adom ani nhyira ɛmfama yi
ACP meti sɛ ɔka ɛyɛ Botiano kwan no bypass no ho asɛm ɛno na yɛme nso mabɛtena ayɛ a da nyinaa no ayɛ me problem no because menim the last time wɔfa so ɛkwan no sisi ade ayɛ begya
ana ɛnsɛ bi ana na nsuo tɔ yie a wofa kas wontumi ma no hɔ ɛduru hɔ yɛmu bi fa ho yɛfa hɔ ɛhɔ fa ɛya nanso ɛyɛ very simple diversion road wa sɛ main road is so chia wofa hɔ ano sɛ wonamu a ɛnti saa kwan no nyinaa saa diversion kwan no deɛ ɛka ne nyinaa no yɛsrɛ mpanimfo yi wɔn de wɔn nsa ka wɔn yɛ no kama ma yɛn a yɛbɛma main road yi so kura mpɔ no ɛho atɔ no na nka kɔ wɔn ato wɔn bo sɛ nsuo tɔ na nyɛ no bi dua nka mpanimfo ato wɔn bo paa na wɔn ahwɛ ɔhaw no na nka wɔn atu aseɛ prɛko ɛti saa kwan no deɛ mefa so nkyɛn so fa yɛ
yo anapɛ mɛdɔ ase ACP sɛ ɔde yɛ road certificate no ɛde abɛn no fati sɛ menka nkyɛw sɛ sɛ na osika nsa pɛpɛpɛ na meka no wɔse ka kyerɛ ACP sɛ maba nti mbakyɛ ACP maka kyerɛ
hallelujah mena akɔ aba kɛseɛ paa ɛyɛ akɔ aba ketewa akɔ aba kɛseɛ paa na mde ma
yo ɛne ACP anapɛ nso bɛdɔ ase sɛ wɔne yɛdi nkɔmmɔ saa mede bɛtoa so ne yɛde headlines of the newspapers no abrɛ adɔfoɔ As you say, the headlines of the newspapers no ebre adofo anapay Mene Raymond Nyamado and a war studio Hanum say. Na one more my emergency so more G leave, no more eco leave now, one more baby no. And then one more asan swaba. You man the moya de mobile. Ray, morning.
Kwame JJ, morning.
You be at the
Yamiado.
Ma abayo no akwaba mbaju medini sine into us.
But on behalf of Kwame JJ, no akwaba about you.
I need the story.
There is no story.
I need the story.
There is no story to anything.
Behind Kwame JJ.
But it's show no so one day. Maybe fair. Who just say I'm a true story no so.
JJ do something.
Fair. Hey! I can't know what TV news no me banu no.
Hey,
me banu no. Hey, Kwame JJ. Kwame JJ. Ah. And then many J. No use word be mean to me so. Hey, Kwame JJ. As for phone you na chia wa no.
Omanya star.
Hey, Kwame JJ. Kwame JJ. Hey, woman me near.
Hey,
And I'm
Kwame JJ.
speaking as a
No, Kwame JJ so Jesus. Oh, hear me out. When I make
Me
you
na
say,
baby pie mu ayo.
na me adom ma baby dura.
Hey, Kwame JJ.
oh,
After you we are. Who submission? Who be church Kwame JJ no more. This explanation for flats.
Flat dead on arrival.
you.
This
What's it?
explanation
Na
for flats.
maybe I'll call you.
Oh, nyame adom na ekoyi.
Neko
Na
ye.
ekoyi. In all honesty, me wo na say be 1 year ni member ha. Yes, that was how I felt.
What? Waba. Me cow so waba.
I still have more days.
You saw?
Yes, and in fact, you guys even owe me 2 days. So
Oh, really?
yes, the
Interesting.
holidays and fan can leave days.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you know, oh yeah, me the better one so.
Okay.
So 2 days and I can. Yeah.
Akwa why? What about
Yeah,
the
just
fire
Kwame
chassis?
JJ.
Why?
You Kwame JJ. That's it. Yeah, the Daily Guide, here. Banner headline essay: Court decides Mahama girl trial. Among the picture of Sedina Tamaklo at Sieno Ababeto Pepano enim. Saso in a 8th parish in Takrade vessel disaster. Security officer nails school doctor. Nana B hits ground running. And no ewo honum. Se utumi ebie paper numua. Stories are ubenye bi akan essay. Health trainees cry for allowance. And no ewo honum. Accra Initiative, ECOWAS Security. Let's share info on terrorists. General Francis Awabi Bahanzin and Eka Saso and Russia fighting for motherland in Ukraine. Elon Musk sends ominous tweet about dying under mysterious circumstances. Malian Islamist denies ICC war crimes charges. And also Hanum. Saso and AU adopts Swahili as official language. Green Ghana Day a month away. NDC officer dies in accident. Saso and Christabel Eke flaunt baby bump. Dave Chappelle attacker pleads guilty. Inability to bear children devastated me. Inse Ipe Etim, or a Nigerian actress, or no Ena Eka. Over 600 farmers threatening to boycott farming. And also Ewo Honum Saso and Anglo Gold Ashanti record firm first quarter performance. Accra Brewery launches new taste campaign. Taste campaign me the Raymond ne same ebeko no mako testi na omo ede omo report ama omo say taste no eye deep and no Ewo Honum. Accra Brewery product omo ye. One of my favorites. I mean, who's so much jayo. So I'm no more. Muscatella no. Coscotella. I'm no more. Oh, Muscatella.
No, there used
Purple
to be,
one.
There used to be some malt beans or so.
Okay. Vitamalt.
Vitamalt. Yeah, I think is it Vitamalt? It didn't have a lot of sugar in it, but it was very milky.
Na short to be no.
Yes.
Me the mascarpone and then we hear me purple one.
Fatty, there was a
African
very
Union say Obiabeka
Swahili, yes.
Into Omonom Africa Union Swahili official language.
Yes.
anyway.
Based on what I don't know.
Story Fatty,
I just say
over 600 farmers threatened to boycott farming.
Now they are threatening us over what and for what?
Farming industry, no.
Meanwhile, food crisis is looming.
Sami.
Where is food crisis looming?
Sami.
The world.
Sami.
And Ghana.
That's how me. Yeah, food crisis. Ghana, yeah, food crisis. For me, until Mekwa Babloshia, me who body a pro Google from ne banchi obi Antony Adieno. I don't see where food crisis is. Our shortage of food.
Okay.
Maybe we need to invest more in storage and preservation.
Now, buffer stock for no more wedding.
So I won't go for. So say why you dream job. The daily guide and I'm in the Abraham.
Ghanaian Times anope ukopiemo our front page. Or say at public hearing of AG's reports, 10 SHS management officers in trouble. PAC recommends prosecution over procurement irregularities. Story about with a picture of Dr. James Kluche Aveji, chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. We and a big story about front page of the Ghanaian Times anope. Navy ends search for 8 missing sailors. Rescues 16. Recovers body after vessel sank off Salt Pond. Empower youth to fight money laundering. Interior Minister. Empower youth to fight money laundering. Interior Minister no Assembly. Tor restructuring. Energy Minister receives proposals from strategic investors. And also a story paper no diaba. Cocoa Board 271.3 million Ghana cedi lost case. Case management conference on subpoenaed witness held in camera. Court places injunction on NPP Asante Mampong elections. 3 remanded for causing unlawful damage. Work on Pram Coastal Protection Project 50% complete. And also a story Africa's only COVID-19 vaccine plant under threat. Nina Sema Ghanaian Times Yabano P na press release be or okay, I know Yabba back to press release no. Na Ministry of Health strengthens data collection for improved service delivery. Sammy shows the story we never Ministry of Health strengthens data collection for improved service delivery. Implementation of e-levy insensitive CPP and Omodesa Semwe Atuja. Breaking 8-year political party cycle achievable. We a year aspirant Bakwa Desa Semwe Abba. Speaker laments duties of lawmakers appointed to head institutions. Nina a Sema paper no the Abba no pay NDC to conduct internal elections after digitizing membership records. I was trending internal party structures. General Secretary hopeful Justin Kodua Frimpong and on this assembly Abba. Sami, have you paid attention to the NPP General Secretary race? Have you paid attention?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Metro caliber of people who are contesting that position. Once a clear departure from what we used to know. What we used to see. Involve beneficiaries in design execution of projects. PIAC and on this assembly were very important. Nana Dankwoso advocates inclusive action on climate change. Uncertainty in transport fares adjustment in Accra. And also a worrying story about ECG installs mobile substation to halt erratic power interruption at Ablikuma. We good news, Sami. We'll revive Commander Sugar Factory, Alan Tremantin, and our final story will have say NPA boss adjudged CEO of the year. Sami. NPA boss adjudged CEO of the year. No, story and our Education Ministry sets up 13-member committee to help absorb Ukraine students into Ghana varsities. Nina Sema Ghanaian Times Tiapa no pay.
Daily Graphic front page stories anɔpɛ at mining in Daba in South Africa. 7 entities woo investors and no honum maternal mortality rate increases. Honum, I know Fatih would have an interest in this story. 11 illegal miners at Tiwa Forest jailed. Keep your drivers in check or face the law. National Road Safety Authority tells transport operators. And this is one amount for which I can be. A Nigerian court denies Emefiele's request to keep job. And this is one East Congo rebels kill 35 in raid on artisanal mine. And this is one amount for a bit to me. I can be an pay. President Biden criticizes abortion protests at judges' homes. And this is one amount for a bit to me. I can be an pay. Other stories Kratano Emu and absorption of Ukraine students into country's universities. 13-member committee constituted. Mining, okay, my kind. Minerals Income Investment Fund revisits Ejapa royalties listing on stock exchange. And this is amount for betting. I can be review constitution in line with current dynamics. Dr. Seidu advocates and our strengthened NPP structures. Justin Kodia assures. And this is amount for a bit me. I can be Raymond. I get your drift. I know where you're coming from. I know where you're coming from. Now he need to Kwabene Japan Dan Botri na video. Very
good.
The uncle. If I support Alan and so what? Abaye Edibo Techino, Yadibebo Ban. We according to Ken Ejapon. Education sector crumbling. No chalk textbooks as schools reopen today. Land Ministry to halt sand winning activities at Botiano Hills. ECG, JWCL propose 148%, 334% tariff increment. No cover-up in Bulgarian embassy demolition. Especially Ghana Water Company, no. They do need the 334% increment.
Because of them.
The charges are just too low. They are just too low.
Do you know how much people pay for Ghana Water? Oh, maybe you are paying less.
It's too. I'm not on Ghana Water.
Okay, so how then do you know that people are paying less?
Because me will be mobile.
How much?
Less than 20 Ghana cedis.
With all the water they use.
Exactly. I mean. So something needs to be done. But ECG for they don't deserve any increments.
I agree with you.
And then almost with all the water they use, no much.
In Ghana Water, for more patches, you increase it by 334% in more. In Shuna, what I'm saying for now, said, and it's kind of more money to me. And you share my
Nansuna Paibu Consular, Echo Gatamwa, and no,
Omanyaka fast. Now, almost staff no more Nantiano Mafon.
See, they have to
car fast. They will move fast, no matter of visa problems. No, you have the equipment. They would probably lay new pipes near the and got staff and Nantiama.
Sammy, this story. Let's come back to the story because I'll give you 44 reasons why Ghana Water can be asking for.
It's okay. 44 reasons.
334% is fine. Now, ECG 148%.
Say Ombeka say you have to pay more for the
debut, so you are paying double and half your normal consumption.
Yeah.
Because tariff points no. And now per se pay.
Double and half.
No. Maybe I want to ECG so much ECG more air condition 4, 5, 6. Me who mobile and try ye.
It's impossible. And I want to go back to COVID relief. Putin speaks at Victory Day parade in Moscow's Red Square. And no ewo honum saso and our education sector crumbling makai edada. Saso and also makai dada. Other stories are Ubenya essay. Excess of 14,097 prison inmates in Ghana. About 60% of our workers are from host communities, Adamu's mine on abuse claims. Gold diggers worsen outlook for cocoa harvest in Ghana. Fifi Boafo Ena Eka. Efutuman celebrate 2022 Aboatre Festival. Every Ghanaian has a role to play in reviving economy. Reverend Dr. Fayose Ena Eka Sa Assembly.
So when we have institutions like Cocoa Board telling us about how Galamsey is destroying cocoa farms, Ghana Water is telling us how Galamsey is destroying the water bodies, farmers are complaining. So are they saying there is no coordination between themselves and the national security that is conducting the operation?
So I mean, it's not. I don't think it's about coordination. It's about. So what are you doing about it?
So why are they lamenting to us?
Your friend is saying how Galamsey is affecting the sector. No, you can say it.
But
another person can come and say this. But at the end of the day, at the meeting point, then that's the question we need to ask, not why they are.
So why are they lamenting?
Bringing it to light.
They shouldn't. The solution is there.
You have the solution.
But they didn't go to the town meetings.
Sorry?
Town meetings, I'm here in how many months?
And take what saying.
For a lands minister,
The past as small cantonment near Port out there.
Oh, of course. Of course. Of course.
Who's Cadio?
Oh, send a meton and no macacana media assassin.
Get torn, one I said more cry, Massa. Cantonment. Cantonment.
Do you know my worth as I sit here?
Kwame JJ, cantonment.
Child.
Please.
I can't do as I say.
I'm
about $1 million in Tiena. Is this $1 million in Namushu?
Okay.
You people sometimes, Mama, about. Oh. Proceed. Just $1 million. Oh.
Daybreak and OPC.
But on a more serious note, as I said, boy, the organ had a
That's boy, the organ too much.
Oh, what is that?
Just me area, Honoma, those times here, twice I say, $3,500 near that day, and $100,000.
Why?
I don't know what goes into the pricing of assassin or I can say.
We are my catch us at 99 years.
It's too much.
Daybreak and OPC. GRA lands at Airport City cantonment stolen.
By who? Others has no be able to question them. No, someone has rolled the land.
Timamicha was stolen. Lands located at the Plush Airport City and cantonment in Accra belonging to the GRA has finally been looted by some top government officials in the Akufo-Addo administration.
Who are those? Mention names. Oh, yeah, all the time a top government and a top government official and a top. You never mention who those top government officials. We are crying, full soldier be crying. Every day we are hiding behind top government official, as if top government official know anypa, and I say anypa ding. Mention names. And if you know the so-called top government officials, then why don't you pursue them and reclaim the land? We always end at top government officials. He said, "Woke up top government official now."
As I say, I'm many dear training agriculture in Sasson.
Yeah.
I want to see what they will do with that land. I want to see if it wouldn't land in the pockets of people as we are being told now.
Airport City cantonment stolen. GRA assassin. Hamid.
That's as you go. It's immediately near Tonya. Between the G11,
because I'm sure there are private developers who would want to buy.
Yeah.
No one now. What you charge?
Hamid is CEO of the year. Hunger kills inmates at a Sherman police cells. Samuka story. Voma story. I don't know. Says ya we hundi aba. 8 missing in fishing vessel accident. We air stories and pay daybreak at the aba.
In Twaso for Daily Statesman and Twaso NPP to hold regional elections on May 27th and e-levy raises over 1 million a day. And let's build a greener future. Lands Minister and Ekasa and MPA boss adjudged CEO of the year. We and the stories all quarter. Me for final one and bet on for I know the final newspaper. Or see 8 EU MPs back Ghana Cote d'Ivoire proposal on cocoa price for $400 living income differential as farmers earn only 6% final sale price. And no then Abi outlines 10-point strategy organization plan for re-election. 5 million Ghana cedis invested into Commonwealth Games preparation. That's according to the sports minister. And a quash erroneous order of High Court for Anas to testify in camera. Nyantechi pleads. Into stories are the final newspaper at the Aba. Anas, why does he want to plead in camera? Anyway. Yankwe.
The new crusading guide. Mahama's plan to abolish e-levy deceitful. Doma East MP. Green Ghana Day slated for June 10. You can't manage a political party like a corporate organization. Traditional leaders are not evildoers, nor traditional authorities. Video evidence exposes Wapo chief at ADR. And no ewo honum. So Putin says Russia fighting for motherland in Ukraine in Victory Day speech. Bitcoin value drops by 50% since November peak. And no ewo honum. So Ghana loses 3 billion cedis yearly to 50% import discount policy, says GRA. ECG makes 148% increase in tariff proposal to PURC. Gridco explained power outage in part of the country on Saturday. And no ewo honum. So a gunman killed 48 people in northwest Nigeria. Tunisians demonstrating support of President Kais Saied. Safari company in Kenya offers trips on camels. We nina a story say offer the new crusading guide ubenya akai.
Business analyst, my final paper no PLC tariff increment. ECG pushes for 148% increment. Market women and farmers need ICT in new economy. Ursula Owusu. Ban export of crude palm oil. Hold Mahama accountable over e-levy promise. Kwesi Pratt assets. And a COPEC asks government for timelines. Bano Tory rehabilitation. COPEC asks government for timelines. We stories and a business analyst at the Aba.
The Business and Financial Times. Seafood import hit $290 million last year. Time for a shift, making trade sustainable. Trade promotion agencies can tip the balance toward business resilience and good trade. The electronic transfer, e-levy blues, and no ewo honum. Central banks must collaborate more for PAP's success. If we edubia granting and eka. Fidelity Bank appoint Atayabu Jan as deputy MD. Investor reluctance wipes 2 billion cedis off Treasury's target in April. And no ewo honum. So and other stories are ubenya ewo paper nimo say NIC readies regulations for operation of Insurtech as 8 outdoors 10 insurtech startups. NIC, MTTD and NRSC embark on road enforcement action in Takoradi. ASA organizes health screening exercise for customers at Kwesimentim and also ewo honum. So and Ahaspora Professionals Network takes steps to support development in Langmark community. Stanford Seed equips entrepreneurs with an ethical and critical thinking mindset. So and a digital finance forex trade industry a boom or doom to the African economy. We a feature be a gifty and nosika santua actual ewo paper.
Into us on your website www.happyghana.com near the stories there will be Abril Manfor. We are yet to increase our fares. Ashanti Region GPRT chairman and Ekasa Senum. E-levy, no government can reverse policy. Mahama's bluff called and no Elwonum. Press Freedom Index, blame yourselves for drop. Andy can come chastises media. And poor economic conditions affecting standard of journalism in Ghana and also so Ukraine bid to join EU will take decades. Macron and Erkasasem. Health trainees threaten to boycott lectures over unpaid allowances. And don't pay 20% increase in transport fares. JRTCC tells commuters and also terrorists may attack Ghana, that's according to a report, and John Dumelo to contest elections in 2024. When you know stories are pay happyghana.com at the abre.
And when I say no government can reverse 11,
I believe it's either Andy or Audu. One or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm cruise. CityNewsroom.com and Opay say MP worried over suspicious sole sourcing of sea defense project. ECG proposes 148% increase in electricity tariffs for 2022. Disregard purported 20% hike in transport fares. GRTCC and Omodesa Semwe Aba. MPs meet Klosak. Hopeful strike will be called off soon. Now, Otaso Ewo, CityNewsroom.com. I say Western Naval Command calls off search for 8 missing sailors. Otaso Ewo, CityNewsroom.com. And appear other stories. A government working to allow filing of tax returns on phones. Vice President Baumia. Take Action Ghana was formed to further coup plan. Prosecution witness claims. 64-year-old man arrested for allegedly threatening Supreme Court judge. Seoul inquires report into demolition of Bulgarian embassy under study in Singapore. Ghana now a reference point for COVID-19 management. Health Minister Enodesa Assembly Atuja. Health trainees threaten to boycott lectures over unpaid allowances. And Ghana has lost a political and legal icon. Haruna eulogizes in Debugri. Planned strike by UDS senior staff endorsed by National Association. When you know a stories and obey. CityNewsroom.com.
Google News. Ghana Statistical Service Board inaugurated. Bank of Ghana to give bulk distribution companies lower dollar rates, according to NPA. PFAG condemns attack on Ghanaian club Tamale City. Stories Albania, Google News.
Yo, for international news, Embraer Oman for CNN and Opay stories are any Russia fires hypersonic missiles at Odessa and a shopping mall and 2 hotels were hit by Russian military strikes on Monday in Odessa and and 3 Kinzhal missiles were fired from a plane and hit a tourist infrastructure target, a Ukrainian official said. And also Putin has recognized he has no victory to celebrate. And also and Putin's speech keeps the world guessing. Then you know air stories and I pay CNN air reporting. Stop asking why. Shanghai intensifies COVID-19 lockdown despite falling cases. And a dictator's son on the cusp of winning Philippine election by landslide. Alabama corrections officer who escaped with inmates has died in hospital, sheriff says. And Australian police find cocaine worth $14 million near body of diver. Bringing our stories and I pay CNN at their brain.
BBC.com and Opay say missiles strike Odessa as Russia renews assault on steelworks. Ukraine's EU bid will take decades. Macron and Odessa Assembly Atuja. Russia fighting for motherland in Ukraine. Putin. What you know? Bongbong Marcos poised to be Philippines president. U.S. guard dead and inmate held after manhunt. Samuka is inmate being a guard no. Omu disappear. Chiomo. Natobano or shooting. But Upana there. Didn't go back. Sri Lanka leaders' homes touched in night unrest. Security tightened for top U.S. judge amid protests. Na Okopiomo Ewo Las Vegas, I'll say. Shrinking Las Vegas leak reveals more human remains. Controversial, more than 40 inmates killed in Ecuador prison riots. Then you know, Sema Ewaha. Art said to mock Thai royals, seize army band retailer. Then you know, Sema Ewaha. Oko BBC.com. Obetumi Akai.
Reuters News: Global scramble for metals thrusts Africa into mining spotlight. Africa's efforts to develop its own vaccine production capacity have been dealt a blow. And no ewo honum. Nigeria buys emergency Canadian potash to replace lost Russian supply. We a story sa ubenya ewo Reuters News.
Yet also need for weather updating for Ghana Meteo for honum ember oman for almost a variable cloudy weather is expected this morning across the country. Slight rain will be experienced over a few areas along the coast. Now, almost sunny intervals will be observed in the afternoon, late afternoon to evening. Thunderstorms are forecasted to occur over parts of the middle sector. Now, when we break down what the MI when we say, and pay Cape Coast, Kaswa, Accra would experience slight rains with lowest temperature around 25 degrees Celsius. Now, these areas would experience partly sunny moments with temperature around 32 degrees Celsius. And you may be partly cloudy with temperature around 26 degrees Celsius. We share other areas to say Yendi, Tamale, Bole, Damango, Bogatanga, Nalarugu, and Wa. When we say they would experience partly cloudy moments with lowest temperature around 26 degrees Celsius. And Ariano, it will be sunny with temperature around 35 degrees Celsius. And you may it will be partly cloudy with temperature around 30 degrees Celsius. Into we and the weather update at a pay Ghana Meteo for a day abating.
Yako Ghana Health Service for a website COVID-19 update any active cases 55. Confirmed cases 161,269. New cases 7. And deaths 1,445. Recoveries and discharge 159,769. Vaccination update. Total vaccine doses administered as at 6th May 2022 14,872,174. Entisa and COVID-19 update no etie. If you want to na yebeko straight to social media na yede ensema air trendy ewo honum no abre etie for. Na se mu enya ntia na se mutie headlines na yema na Ghana Water Company any Electricity Company of Ghana ediomu proposal aba abetu dra anase omu esusu ho se anka be yanka Public Utilities Regulatory Commission PURC no onto tariffs mu emo na omu enisika evendi omujuma. Na the Ghana Water Company need proposal no eka say over the years approved tariffs bia PURC ebeya mo no enya dia etumi eso omasen emo mutumi edi omujuma eyie. Now, this has led to the inability of the Ghana Water Company to raise enough revenue to finance investment and as a capital investment project. Mpesa omo ya ebebo omo ama manfo enyansuo eyi anom. Na ECG so I say omo per increment of 148% and no ebe cover 2019 ekosi 2022. Nasa from 2019 EBC 2022 omo enya into mubia. Now the state of power distribution no also the power distributor no assign a propose an average increase of 7.6% in tariff over the next 4 years. Now it me a cover on more distribution service charges no. Now information ebeto edwano and a comment eshasi say eba. Isaac say, is there an app one can log out as a Ghanaian? Because the suffering is too much. Victoria says, so now they are about to infuse e-levy there too? Abba, how can we pay 148% increase? What have we done as citizens? Those supporters who have lost their sense of reasoning will come and attack us that we are NDC or for Mahama. That's why we are complaining in this country. Razak say, why did Ghana fight for independence? We don't deserve to rule ourselves. Less in mind among the Homo sapiens. Della say, when you say it's pe, then people who are giving 50 MB of data daily will come and be mentioning that you are NDC, you are Mahama. Amo say, they have stolen from us without notice this year. They think they can take advantage of the incompetent system to steal again, right? Kofi said, great, we have to pay realistic prices so we can confidently demand better service. E-levy air trend BM na air trend no adenya. The Ghana Revenue Authority GRA and wakase, one of the charging entities which owns more than 70% of the population, had in excess of 1 million Ghana cedis for just one day. Excuse me. After the implementation on Sunday, May 1. Now, I quote, Asama Motroye Eni, I'm say, the letters we sent to the charging entities were that after every 48 hours, they should send us the money. So our first money should have come on Tuesday, but it didn't come. And we went to Wednesday and we saw some making attempts. So on Thursday, we went on our internal system, which is the tax application system, and we saw the invoices and we collated the invoices. As of the close of Thursday, we had the invoice of a number of charging entities, and one of the entities, which owns more than 70% of the population, had in excess of 1 million cedis for just one day. So assuming all the others are not paying, and this entity alone sends us 1 million every day for 30 days, this means we are getting 30 million per month from just one charging entity. Head of project unit at GRA, Isaac Kwabna Mwako, said on Monday. Maintain the opposite of can I say, Masa? I don't understand.
Also say Happy FM a charging entity.
We all know which charging entity they are talking about.
But in two charging entity, you are making 30 million.
So, but you say, here, it is needful that you pay.
It is needful that we pay.
Yes.
That's not what the tone of this letter. That's not what I'm getting.
But what are you getting?
I'm getting that scowl. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I'm not getting like
No. I am
asking the
one
that.
crap way to others. No, the vibe I'm getting from the letter is a higher the power. Yes,
that's what I'm getting. Comment everybody say. Daniel say, thank God everything is going as planned. Praise GRA and Momo users. Ghana problems are long gone. No complaints, no excuses, no aids, no borrowing. Harry, if we have any complaint again from this government, pet trouble. Nana Kwame say 1 million by 7 equals 7 million a week. 7 million by 4 equals 28 million month. 28 million times 12 equals 336 million year. 336 million likely to get from only one entity. Going by our words, no wonder Nanado said yetisikaso. So money day inside this country, pow. Benza say, I hope now the government will not complain and borrow from World Bank anymore, since there is a lot of money generating from the e-levy. Our eyes are wide open on how useful they will use it, because we are all paying it. I think that you want to say your eyes are wide open. Victoria say very soon you'll hear them saying the amount received per day has reduced, meaning they want to channel some into stomach development fund accounts like that. John is saying our interest is not how much excesses you got or will get a day. Solve the numerous problems that you promised e-levy will solve. Royal said this is what the NDC was scared of. This is what John Mahama was scared of. They've seen the massive work e-levy was about to do. Sir, and a Royal Aircan, and a mede trends, no.
I mean, okay, Subruku.
Are
Subruku, the village priest. Afe, Buku from Pond 11 number. So I mean,
now we are looking for the miracle.
Something I Ghana for
and the miracle, it's 148 na ECG. demand no. Only 100 no. On subsidizing, no for 48 in mind.
So I mean, Fatih Diaba, very important, very important.
See, I can say e-levy, the comma is I can say e-levy is not for.
Please.
It's for job creation.
Apart from the other things that were mentioned, were made to believe that it would even do more than what had been mentioned.
Fatih Diaba, Fatih, now what story be? ECG pushes for 148, somebody pushes for 334.
Yes.
And you room in temple.
Yeah, it will happen. Story no why angasa. Which means we say yes. We are true ink ako.
The my
ECG GWC proposed 148%, 334% tariff increment. The way a news desk report. In the event that government decides not to subsidize utility bills, consumers will be overburdened with eye-popping increases in electricity and water tariffs from August 2022. As if that isn't enough, while the Electricity Company of Ghana has proposed a 148% increase in tariff to the Public Utilities and Regulatory Commission, management of the Ghana Water Company is seeking 334% increase, online news portals have reported. The two utility companies, however, gave separate reasons why they should be granted the request to increase prices astronomically. This comes barely a month after Energy Minister Matthew Opoku-Prempeh claimed in April that ECG has lost some 3.2 billion cedis to power theft. The proposal is also coming at a time Ghanaians are experiencing harsh economic hardship. In the case of ECG, in its proposal submitted to PURC, the company wants the adjustment to cover the period 2019-2022. It has subsequently proposed an average increase of 7.6% in tariff over the next 4 years to cover distribution service charges. It attributed the high increase in distribution service charges to the gap that has developed over the years between the actual cost, recovery tariff, and the PURC approved tariffs, as well as the cost of completed projects. It also mentioned the continual application of the prevailing tariff, which was 14% lower beyond the stipulated regulatory period, and the effect of macroeconomic factors such as inflation and exchange rate fluctuation. I quote, "The result of ECG tariff proposal for the next 5 years shows an approximately 148% increase on the current DSCI in 2022, an average increase of 7.6% on year on year from 2023 to 2026. The high increase in the DSCI for year 2020 could be attributed to the gap that has developed over the years between the actual cost recovery tariff and PURC approved tariffs, as well as the cost of completed project." The power distributor again pointed out that its financial sustainability is important as it impacts on the entire energy sector. Now, Ghana Water Company, in the same fashion, gave reasons for the astronomical increasing, saying over the years the approved tariffs have not been full cost reflective. This has led to the inability of GWCL to raise enough revenue to finance the much needed capital investment project. Almost among the urban poor, water can be a critical resource in short supply. GWCL has therefore set up low-income customer support department to deliver improved services to targeted lower-income urban poor areas. ECG proposes street light tariff to account for full cost. And also
street light tariff.
Now don't we pay already? And I must say the ECG, however, recommended an engagement with PURC on the determination of the defined threshold for a lower tariff for non-residential or commercial customers. The company also seeks the support of government to introduce a street light tariff to enable it to properly account for the full.
Look, even as we speak today, people are now using solar street lights. I'm saying, it's street light tariffs, no. I'm no. Most you see, I mean, first of all, let me deal with Ghana Water Company Limited. Some of them say, Oko Koshe, Gazette number 123 of September 19, 2018. Cost of water. And as I say it here for water no. OSHA per cubic meter. 1 to say 5 per cubic meter 3 cedis 22 pesos. Okay. In addition, no, 1% firefighting charge. Also 2% rural water charge. Until we will be use to 2 cubic meters a month. Our bill should come up to 6.63 Ghana cedis. Nowhere in that document did I see service charge of 6 cedis per PURC approved Sika Safety for your water bill. The same goes to electricity. There's a service charge that we pay monthly. I don't know how those figures were conjured. So service charge. And per PURC communications on their bar for Sika Etiano. So I mean, maybe a sound number free. Service charge. So I mean, already I am paying for what I'm using. Service charge no. Maybe I say differently. Service charge no. I know I say anything.
So we never ready at the end of
Any panel age more.
Why you more ECG?
Good.
You're paying for the product they are giving you.
Yes.
You're paying for the product. But the service they are rendering you.
Sorry? I'm paying.
No, that be paid for.
You see, Sami Nyabotre.
And you're seeking another Koto bank. And you're seeking another Koto bank. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Your money which is in the bank
yes.
is not your money.
Yeah,
the bank told you so. Bring the money.
Yeah.
We'll keep it for you.
One
are the coin.
Another coin. My phone Kwanka or main party.
One party. Fair enough. Fair enough. But for keeping your money for you, don't they charge you?
Yes.
They charge you.
No, sir. Only one for semi from Zigambra.
Now the easy your
no, Sami Nyabotre. Me, Mako connect water. Also, we are service provider.
Yes.
Also, we are service provider. And I'm about also service here we provide. You know, me pay. What connected be ama me?
Yes.
In Yoba. And per the service you are rendering, no, or costs for service now we will provide it. And as part of that, no, what charging me for what I'm using?
Yes.
So that extra service charge na say between free. And that's why I'm saying that if you check the approved PURC document, nowhere in that document, na who service charge. But I'm here for an untunchen. Ghana Water Company Limited. They've tried every trick in the book to attempt to deal with or more waste. And now ensure EMFA pipeline more. It could be accounted for. Ultimately. So either ensure no, people are stealing it. Either say pipes a book, am I a good form, a good coin so. And I say, Omo Nkasano, Omo Konko reading for meters ama. There's a lot of loss in the system. Question I hear say, Sammy, if Ghana Water is telling us that close to 1 billion cedis is how much they record in terms of losses in Niama. Sammy, why should we pay more when we know very well? So you have not blocked the loopholes. The losses never. Sammy means that if we are even supposed to pay more on with tariff increments, no, once the channels that allow you to lose, you've not blocked them. You are even going to record even higher losses. And this is a question I be say, what is Ghana Water doing about waste water system? No. Last time I heard say Omoko audit meters. Minister of Water has ordered say they should audit meters. Sammy look. What I'm saying, Ghana Water, you see state of the art meters. I can't be reading meter now, or the phone is super. Now no extra capture. I don't know. Sophisticated meters and an use. In terms of pipe bu ne nema no, they've even changed material the train water now. Until they use materials that car fast so cramp are still senate. When they are connecting water animal, and you free into every household, bill a no. To make calculating meters, free whether it is short or long, And so these are not businesses, sir. Obeka Chemi say they are not making money. What is causing problems for them? Any waste. If you know about Ghana Water. You see, so if they don't tackle the waste, Sammy, you can increase this rate 20 million times. Just a few people who are paying will continue to pay. Just a few people who are paying will continue to pay. You may never reach that target now, because waste in the Guso cost. Sammy, Ghana Electricity Company of Ghana. Unpaid bills. Any power theft. You see, Sammy, identical problems from these two utility providers. Identical problems. Sammy. ECG has deployed almost every type of meter in this world. From the audio phone better to the other card to the Uber plug in and send audio card nashim. Almost every type of meter, almost prepaid. Sammy, now prepaid meter no ebane send na car to me baby. No, if prepaid is the way to go, and we are told say people had to move from postpaid lines to prepaid. Massive project went on. Sammy, are we still using postpaid lines today? Sammy, question. Can you help me?
Some are using postpaid.
And ECG is sitting there and looking. Sammy, you see, when you want to justify tariff increments.
Funny enough, some of these people who are using the postpaid are the ones living in the rich communities.
Thank you very much. You see, Sammy, so if today you are telling me that you want to increase tariffs, yes, you are increasing tariffs for me, the postpaid, the prepaid man, to continue to buy at high cost. Now we usika. But some in the cruise now, omuti is Legon and I be amuti posh areas almost still they are using postpaid. No, they choose to pay when they want to pay. At almost every time, no, they are indebted to ECG. Sammy, in the system, no, who does it favor? If ECG is telling me that almost the whole country system is now prepaid, someone would understand. If they come back to tell us, if their challenges 1, 2B. But Sammy, people are still using postpaid lines. People are still stealing power. Last time, head energy minister, I can say, 2.3 billion indebtedness to ECG. No? It's affecting the operations of the business. Sammy, you've not recovered this morning, but you want to increase tariffs. For what? And look at the numbers. 148 and 334. Sammy, where are we supposed to find that money to even be able to afford what we can't even afford already? Sammy, I think that, look, these institutions, if they were privately owned, Sammy, I'm not sure we'll be having this discussion this morning. Because every loophole in the system that is causing money issues for them, no, Sammy, they would have been able to block all those loopholes. And just, I mean, this Sikana Omo person increasing it there. So, I mean, I'm not sure Ghanaians are ready to pay. I'm not sure Ghanaians will be willing to pay. And if PURC, if they go ahead and approve some of these tariff adjustments and model banner, so, I mean, some of us will hit the streets. We will demonstrate peacefully against payment of these tariffs. We will demonstrate in this town.
Well, Ray, I mean, I certainly didn't know what kind of. But we live in a country potable water, processed water, by the Ghana Water Company Limited is used for car washing.
I don't know whoever.
Potable water is used for car washing.
But that company would have been registered under a commercial entity.
It doesn't matter.
It's in a rate near different.
Rate near here.
Oh, sir.
Rate near here, Raymond.
So commercial there.
Check the rate now.
Commercial, me
check the rate in Raymond.
Me yeah, bro. So that is why pure water sellers no musi omo increase your musica no.
You see, Raymond, on my way home, sometimes I think that we should be realistic. But for MEDA, but for the Millennium Challenge account, the ECG as we see it now, maybe about this time a pan sign. But for the MCA and MEDA, but for support we have been getting from partners, you know, pacts, you signed years back. Okay, Papa Kusindum.
Yeah, MEDA.
It was around that time, Papa Kwesi Num time, that the MCA and Imida a chassis.
That's correct.
And by this time, look, Yenka energy supply system no, a collapse. But you see, let's face the facts. We must pay for what we use.
But we are paying. But somebody's not paying.
Come on.
Some you and I are paying. Somebody's not paying.
Over the years, the ECG takes proposals to the PURC with how much they feel that Ghanaians must pay for them to run efficiently. You find somebody 148 now. PURC may trust swab and 30, 50. That is what we can approve.
Of course. Go and find the losses. Go and deal with the losses.
So, ECG comes back home and they are not meeting their targets. Why? You think that before they send those things to the PRC, they run simulations.
Why are they not meeting their target?
Sammy, so what's we here 50 million? Now 50 million, no, we need 20 million. But another 20 million, a car won't to me engine. And I say theft issues. I was saying to me when you come home, now we're dealing with that, you know. Over Bekacha say you want more money. Now you catch us okay, we'll be a baby be extra 20 million. Now say even say extra 20 million, another 50 million sound share debt and theft in one. Now call ya and say buy. Now call ya and say buy. There are issues that need to be dealt with. I was so more need a baby. Aside always asking for increments, you know. I to some extent you can say at your massive say since the last time 2019 I think it's a COVID ebe 2020 near the end, you know, it's understandable. And so obviously they may need because increments, you know, I think say it would have to be like a gradual process. I was say just as they are proposing year on year 7.6%, you know. But I mean we cannot sit here and say all that 3 points are here him billion na ekono. Anka ba ECG wa and they will still be in the situation they claim they are in financially. In all honesty. Yeah. And again, amount for Muria power. What can we do about that situation? In all honesty, because any criminal, Muria power, it is not criminal. Until there be a police barbecho. Until what can be done? People are stealing power with impunity. I don't know whether they know. So it's not criminal. It's no yeah criminalize or no. Ebe fine no one. Ebe ma wait ya. They are consuming now. You know. Was it last year or last 2 years now? A whole community. Omo ejimo mutimu ane power theft. The whole community no. Omo we power. Obi ant me nyo omo hwe. O buy ebe bo. What was that? What can we do to deter people from stealing power? Now, if you are, we should list of omo de ECG car. Which people are those?
You see,
me know, Sammy.
Me know.
So why should I be paying for?
Those no.
If I had landed, come on.
Land here.
Now they mobile me ban as today.
For me, before we land, no, maybe a question, but
my main landing we answer no question. We must, as a people, be realistic enough. Say we should know. Say ECG, Ghana Water, their rates are heavily subsidized as a result of the actions of the PURC.
Subsidized by who?
Minim.
Subsidized.
Sammy?
Because me describing it as subsidy because any government this for giving this to the people of Ghana, we are paying you this. No.
But there's a certain energy sector recovery levy.
Fair enough. But the point is, ECG for the better out. Institutions somebody ECG.
Exactly. I want also more concentrating.
I mean, are we the people supposed to go and tell those people to come
to pay?
One must say the Ministry of Communications.
Should we go and tell communications to pay?
With all the money they have collected, talk tax, and they owe 5 million plus.
Sammy?
To the ECG.
Go and collect it.
Now ECG office.
UNDP.
Go and collect it.
One must also
I don't know.
NITA.
UNDP
558,000.
how do you sit
1.5 million.
Your friend is saying
Meter.
to that.
1.5 million.
But you see, me and you, we can't accumulate.
Yeah, but chill.
No, and you say we are chill.
The internal audit agency. Kofi Annan Center, Ekabuburo, Iyoko, Ekabuburo, and several others. Now, say some Koshate, others be down.
Ghana Airport Company.
Airport.
Meanwhile,
then-
they have money for Christmas
so then-
tree and
yeah,
stuff,
so then-
but they can't pay bills.
Who be saying who say, how is it possible, say, these companies and entities are that much indebted to the ECG?
And
They
some-
are easy to
After
find
your board Mudin, what has happened?
and to go and collect.
After your board Mudin, what has happened?
Somebody made a call.
It will
So,
continue.
Sammy,
Somebody made a call. Share me, my phone a free ECG. I catch them say illegal connections no a dozen. Will be a female.
that does one.
Some my story natural.
Yeah.
Obi a female. Meanwhile, nkofo and nobody obu business o. In baby and squatters no ghettos in it no. Obi adi nuye sisi on what twin wires
Yeah.
no. Edi aba
Bones,
and wa connect ama squatters no. Into on the month so a wojo obi a 20 Ghana.
Say.
Into oya ECG. Ah, woji ni sika gu ni bottom. ECG for hefa.
No, Sammy,
You see,
make us
it's
say-
the same problem with our tax system. It's the same problem. Just a few burdened,
Yeah.
just a few burdened, and the majority, they're making their money.
And yet you want us to be
They're making their money. They're making
Oh,
their
Sammy,
money.
you see, Sammy,
You see,
prepaid.
by this time, you and I know, say, for the traders now, one more informal sector, no, they have already found a way to beat the system, the e-levy.
Yeah.
They've already found a way to beat the system. You and I, we can't go and see some vendor and say, so yeah, can transfer. We say, my not better than free. So we will still use our phones to send the 500s and the thousands to people, and we are still the only people who are carrying the burden. Those people don't mind transferring 100. They don't mind.
Sammy, me see.
So you see, this is a system that burdens, a system that punishes those who are willing to serve the system. That is the Ghanaian system. Who are why you say obey adwuma no e dey ama o man Ghana no wona system ne punish you.
Sammy,
Anything na mo mienu mo tia no say mo da so use mo adwe no.
Sammy, hold on. Except at the document we buy. Now in that document, omo catch ECG say. Omo say ECG distribution losses in the system is estimated to cost about 1.3 billion Ghana cedis annually, with an average cost of about 15 kilowatt hour, 15 Ghana pesos per kilowatt hour to the consumer. The risk of the cost of increase, the risk of this cost of increasing is very high when the illegal meter connection problem is left unattended to. Sammy, and I can say, you see, OG meter now. They are businessmen, Woman is a on the baby feature or meter also. Now Usaka, we. So we are dealing with power theft. We are also dealing with bills amount to Minji. Sammy, I am a problem. Am I the one who caused it? Shouldn't ECG by now have a robust monitoring system about dealing with some of these issues? So you see, you are leaving the problems. You are leaving the problems unattended to. But you want more money.
Just cast your mind back a bit. Time out PDS for the buyer no.
Yes.
Show me recovery rate.
Yeah.
Her PDS for the recovery rate on mobile no.
Yes.
Look, regardless of all the brouhaha and whatever,
Yeah.
one recovery rate net saying far higher than that of ECG. What was doing the magic for PDS?
Should pay more.
Sammy, I think
We should pay more.
that we would probably
We should pay
appreciate more where ECG is coming from or where Ghana Water Company is coming from and where we stand.
No.
If yenim revenue targets, right? Revenue targets. If we know their revenue targets, now you had to do loss. Now for you had to increment no more ask for no. And I bet to me I work here at the end of the year. Because I don't want to believe, say, with 140 here no more penal. They can't get that money, they can't realize the accumulated revenue from omo losses.
Me that theory, no, I don't subscribe to that theory.
Oh, they can. If
No,
you-
I don't
believe
subscribe
so.
to that theory because
I believe so.
you see, I don't subscribe to that theory because let's
I believe so. Sammy,
Tabula
you
rasa.
have 50,000.
Tabula rasa.
30,000.
ECG Ghana water.
Wait.
ECG Ghana water. Started fresh.
Clean slate. Yanko.
Almost started. Almost starting on. Oma catch so oh, we will need 20,000 to start and serve Ghanaians better. Okay. What do come on the regulator no? The regulator is you 20,000 there. Me dem no nya adwene o. On what basis Ghana for bebre? Aban be unpopular. Aban be unpopular. Ghana for bebre. Aban
It is
aban. It is aban. That is all. Ghana for the couple de here peace. It is the government. The government will be unpopular.
Yes.
So PURC says the 20 Ghana cedis you are looking for, we can only grant you 7 Ghana cedis of that.
Yes.
From the one when they are starting their operations, forget about the losses, forget about the leakages, forget about all of that. From the one when they start their operations, they are handicapped.
But that is not the situation.
That has been the situation.
No, but today, as we speak, that is not the situation.
That is the situation.
So
Go
this
on.
is situation.
Already before the year commences, they are handicapped. Because this 148% they are asking for, they'll go to the PURC, and the PURC will tell them, we can only grant 30%.
Before the year starts, no, omuko show balance our books no.
That is,
no,
I understand that bit. I understand that bit, but you see, that thing just didn't start. That Ekana Okan was, imagine the Ministry of Communication is owing that huge amount to the ECG.
I can't go and take it for them.
But you and I know, say ECG, economical disconnected Ministry of Communications, and they are
So what is the real problem?
Remember,
the real problem is not tariff increment.
Remember that Budu Otihonomino, Budu was appointed by somebody.
So Budu changed the meter.
Okay.
Budu was appointed by somebody.
From postpaid to prepaid.
We know that in politics, there are untouchable people.
Then, Sammy, even if we pay 1,000%, even if we pay 1,000%, then they will still have the problem.
Yes, it's a fact. It's a fact.
No, we can't continue running this model.
CEOs of certain institutions cannot run away from the political appointer. So
at the end of the day, we should continue to suffer as Ghanaians.
But that's the reality.
We should continue to suffer.
That's the reality. Can you imagine Madam Esloa Akufu's ministry being disconnected this morning?
Why not? No, why not?
My brother.
Now what's
for not paying electricity.
You see, that is where governance comes in. Because by now, you would have expected, say, all the state agencies, the residential facilities of appointees of the government, all of those places by now should all be on prepaid.
Yes.
All.
That's also what ECG told us.
Again, you would expect, say, and funny enough, women go for no multi Israel. A lot of them are on postpaid.
Essential service. Now you're the hospital market to
prepaid.
Because
what country is this?
No, Sammy, you see, me this increment, Sammy, I'm saying that me and my
collect your money.
Me and my anti-utility based increment group, no.
Well,
who hit the
for me, I think that Ghanaians as well must.
Sammy, pay for what?
Must.
Sammy, only over the weekend. I will
be ready to pay realistic bills.
Come and see how clean water was gassing out.
At the end of the day, we are near about 16 Ghana cedis bill for all the water you use, all the wastage.
Now, how is that the problem? How is that the fault of the consumer?
16 Ghana
when I wear meter and I wear reading and I wear brand a bill.
Because regulator no at the next in the regulator no at the next in the console. So rate out here no. Yet me amount calculated with the minus now open.
What rate G illegal fee? Service charge at the account. Service charge. Service charge.
16 Ghana cedis. 16 Ghana cedis.
The young cost person, brand.
The young cost person.
We've not finished dealing with this matter.
16 Ghana cedis. Now what you are telling me? Me na me home ra. Back to the Happy Morning Show live on ETV Live on Happy 98.9 FM. More to actually a but in my crowd of the sports update in the every me. About the why crowd of the sports in the brain.
Come in, Happy 98.9 FM and our super so share so they are ETV Ghana and our share what you made no other Happy Morning Show. Emra so say me the sports update be bremo ewo show no so na 1xbet and so ma say me the sports update no e bremo 1xbet say come website to 1xbet.com.gh.
Oh, the papa no kwa say. The papa no say.
1xbet.com.gh 1xbet.com.gh register na be a new account. Register now be a new account so be my opportunity to enter a promo code. Promo code is enter a BETGH BETGH. You enter sa promo code ne pe. Obema 200% bonus on your first deposit. We any messenger 1xbet say me from bro. 1xbet say undi 18 na memfa we need enter on my website so go try bet. Betting is addictive and to bet responsibly. You know, the messenger 1xbet say me from bro. You be send some na here. Never shall see from the Ghana Premier League. Match day 28 of the Ghana Premier League, no, to make a by year over and now final round of matches are next to me a year round no echo so Accra Sports Stadium. Now Accra Lions any Legon Cities and a share. Accra Lions to me a BT Legon Cities by 1-0 thanks to a Seydou Bassett goal in the 48th minute of that game. Now Oshesen Ajumedi and echo so there. Now with this win no. Legon Cities still no omuda 8th or Ghana Premier League table no so and Accra Lions move up to 12th on the Ghana Premier League table as you see an Oshesen and Nema Ekone there. Fight against relegation no eguso ekoso tententen. Accra Lions pick maximum point and obra omoni Legon Cities ehia. Yento aso na enremo ewo the course so ewo Division 1 over the weekend na Oshesen and Nema ekoso over the weekend there. Players and technical team members of Division 1 side are from Tamale City were attacked ewo Chumesi Sports Complex ewo Nswache na after say omone Bafor Soccer Academy ebo 1-1 no na fans no omo se omo nti omo ho ase a na omo attack the bus of Tamale City a players ni bebre na e omo pra nsa incident a etumi ekoso no na ohwe de ekoso ne de a players no eka say omo match a so omo tumi bo this Wednesday against Bofo Akwa no enya de a omo right state of mind mo a omo betumi esi akan no nti club na nkasa say omo throw to the Ghana Football Association say ya de a so omo tumi bo omo na omo fixture no omo tumi postpone ma omo na players ne say ohwe omo state of mind sisi ane de a omo scared from attacker course no nti we ene sem kakra efri ho so a eba na we ayi adwumedi a course so just a day before ebe celebrate and ebe commemorate May Day May 9 disaster etumi course so Accra Sports Stadium 126 sports fans lose omo life na ye ka say there players are now omo ye injured no sisi ano ye omo a omo kofie na ohwe May 9 disaster ne there exactly 21 years and asa nsem no etumi course so a ena commemorative day na clubs Kumasi Asante Kotoko any out of folk nyina omo do omo ho jima omo say never again and as May 9 disaster we betumi esi nkofo bebre na omo ka say following the course so ewo Nswatre over the weekend ni dia according to say May 9 disaster no Ghana yensu abibia efrim we na Ghana Football Association General Secretary na obra na omo hold commemorative ceremony ema 21st anniversary no otumi edinenum sem etuja say communities no omutumi reporting hooligans no to appropriate authorities and be ya yebetumi prevent this animal we nyina appeal out the buyer no quote or say the local community are aware of the few individuals who perpetrate these crimes. We are encouraging them to speak out and report such individuals to the appropriate authorities. We and the Sema Eba and na share ceremony of course well Accra Sports Stadium media. Now, various stakeholders and Okupiemo, Deputy Sports Minister Ivan Sopoku Bobie, Director General of the National Sports Authority, Professor Peter Chumesi, na Chairman of the Africa Games Local Organizing Committee, Dr. Kweku Ofosu Asare, victims, any relatives or muja behind, Omunina EBPMO Hua, Jumedi no Etumi, a course, Bompa says 126 lives are na Omotumi Omuhuka, Ewa Semwe Mono. Nyame emfa omukra ensie yie na families no de yeguso abompa se nyame betumi abo amu se ne be ya ombenya closure to this particular matter yenremo ewo other matters mo na yenremo other matters mo de Edin Ketia branch osi akan ema Arsenal Football Club na branch over the weekend no to me e 2 goals ema Arsenal and 2-1 victory over Leeds United. A branch no reporter eba HS branch no is acquired the Ghana passport as isi ano report say the nationality switch ni dia ya dia enche bia betumi akoso na nkofo bebre na ena ka say abrantie no Sisiani de Wayana Jun say Obesiakan Emma senior national team, the Black Stars of Ghana. We are developing story idea Nibedichi na the updating na abre etiefo. Yakupiemo e Manchester City akache dia. Apprenti e Osiakan Emma Borussia Dortmund. That friend Erling Haaland. Apprenti we did 21 years. Apprenti no Isiakan 121 times for 3 clubs. Mode Salzburg and Borussia Dortmund. Apprenti has 92 goals in the process. Or yeah, one of the youngest players to reach 20 UEFA Champions League goals. And a report say Manchester City say idea met to me assigning a branch away for £63 million from Borussia Dortmund. We and sema echegu every and a report say a branch no ekopiem ewo Erasmus Hospital ewo Brussels I ho and in the medical as well. And Tibia Manchester City be announced say 21-year-old striker no idea o signing say ombra no be see akan ewo Etihad Club no we and sema every eba a branch no we are expecting so be signing 5-year contract. And the contract may expire in 2027. You're showing him say Abrantiano will be joining Manchester City there. Obeji wages in the region of £400,000 a week. We and in Sema Echegu every Erling Haaland camp. And now, and it's also a report from Sky Germany say, Opini your friend Hassan Saminovic or no a sporting director Emma Borussia Dortmund. Only agent Emma Sadio Mane. Omutumi Eshiaye. Now Omutumi Eshiaye no. Na discussions of course and they say Bayern Munich episode almost signing a branch a friend of Sadio Mane from Liverpool. We a developing story about Sadio Mane the contract will expire in 2023. Reports say attempts to get a new contract no AI because Liverpool are focusing on getting a new contract for Mohamed Salah. We a idea Ashe Sadio Mane before the agents no try say on working way out of Liverpool Emma apparently a friend of Sadio Mane. We so a story aba ye di ni bedi eche na ehun se na nsem no nyina ebeko we eye nsema etwagu from the world of sports ene mameka say matches back mienu beko so e Europe na yekopie mo La Liga dia match 36 ebeko so e Spanish La Liga no Valencia and Real Betis beshia Granada ene Athletic Bilbao beshia na Barcelona omni Celta Vigo omso omde afeso ene e Camp Nou nti we ene 3 matches a ebeko so e Spain yekopie mo e English Premier League no dia match 33 Bako Bekoso no match 33 outstanding match Liverpool and Aston Villa betumi abo na Oshesen and Nema Econodia Liverpool to me winning match with their to go level on points with Manchester City. To me winning by 5 or more unanswered goals there and they're on the top of the English Premier League table and into we and in Sema Elkoso Manchester City there Ochina and our money Wolverhampton Wanderers almost on Besiakan. We and in Sem Kakame de Bremo from the world of sports. For more sports, tune in to Happy Sports at 9 or Henry Bampo Brenya and the rest of the team. I'm Tinasia on the details in Ebe Bremo or Sajumedi no so. Yabadani on Kakaya Babaka, the Happy Morning Show continues.
And welcome back to the Happy Morning Show. Ebre, as you say, your day, CBG business tips no Ebre Adofona for your twaso near your day. Kana kasa Ebre Omanfo. Na CBG business tips no and I shall say na din komo for some of the disadvantages of doing online banking no. But one of the disadvantages is that yes, it can be convenient but not always fast. And after security and identity theft concerns since people's accounts have been hacked in the past, people's identities have been stolen by a Nipa Bonifo. And as much as it comes with this pros, no, definitely it comes with this cons. Say, who use online banking platforms now. Yentos ne Ghana kasa Embre Omanfo. As I say, the Ghana Kasa everyone for pay number no 0244-885140 0244-885140 with me afraid now near the and come and pay eligibility no so fair no boarding any baby offer free 0244-885140 and 0555-657-278 0555-657-278 offer any of these numbers up minubedi in command pay. Hello, good morning.
Honorable Sammy,
yes, I was. Good morning, sir.
Ghana, you good, Sao. Ghana, they make us say good, Nama Dada. So, what is what we say, Alshenia, at the Trocomno, Boba, sauti ntenye good me pa cho me di ya wuza me fefi so betimi afre me tebu nyame shira me bra dano mutu yefo eye yi TV na PSN fo se ye kasa ye pe politics ye dodo ye pe asamba ne anwanwa asem na ana ye see you yate nemo utuo messages sofo e kan say John Muhammadu winning the own we not temperature and no otu njomo ana no ye de no preach and our Bible mu John Muhammadu winning 2024 there own we not chira no quotation be obetuma bo akire me osofo na utuo kuzuka say dey yi live na John Muhammad say ono no ba obetemu no o ki kan sam impasa di kesi John Muhammad osofo nyame nipa iti way politically confo difference eno me kan Samuel Makasa okoton kaw ni ntia na eya se akoda nka chefa boss o papa enibri aba jamwa samnika onya ne papa
no. Yahuza, I think that this is becoming too repetitive and we may have to take the needful action. Your language on this show, it's unacceptable. Very unacceptable. Isaac, we need to do the needful. It's as simple as that. You move on. 0244-885140. 0244-885140. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Samin. I'm from the same.
Nyame adom, open your button answer.
Yo, Nana Quatin.
You.
Sami, or mine, I see a amanyo sem. And I choose a group of people be and so do Muna, your bomb say, Omea amanyo sem. Now we do be near amanyo sem. Sabi, or he at two about him vote you about Sabio, and I'm not 2 for something. I was told one, me, and not quite in the one. Mr. Sano, think I said 2 for the was 20 to 10. Now so 2 for to me to Abba. So for book Pope Bishop to Abba. Now say the big car or China Yana. Yeah, yes, I'm a minor said to do. Yaman yourself, but ye tray against our mamma. Methodist Bishop Sabio, what you have to our minimum. And about Ghana Constitution, that Bian what you said, we are a clergy person and answer we are software and Chinawajan or Amanisemu. And this is for the Omupesado. But I would dinner time, sir, some more kind of Onokran or see, I can say my can't say. Yamina Nipa Okuta in Ayankwa. Nempono, wine in him said, Sabio Yankopono, a dear say another say, who dinner time, sir, your best Ramuni and Yanka, Papa. Dallas, young person, to me,
Miniaquating.
Yes, so only to me, because
what's the matter?
Your best woman can say, I can be no this often.
Well, Quating, my main anchor will say, you are doing in a home crying. I didn't know your home crying. Yeah, Tihanum say no. You bet me decided say, amount for language or more useful radio, so one more Ekika cano. You bet me my home crying say, who's at the back? I bet my home crying, I cannot call. After all, on other so many networks is allowed. But anya de nyina and the fatai. We are penyinia. You are expected to know that certain things are not said in public. And so tell the Methodist bishop that he may have a right to vote, but he has a right to exercise circumspection as to what he ought to say and what he ought not to say. Tell him. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Chuga.
Yes, sir.
Bra Abuajinia.
Odebeka biaka.
Bra Abuajinia.
Odebeka biaka.
Abwadi klasi oko police yo.
Abwadi oko police. Oko police nipa bone fo. Yan kwa na me de enwene ho. Nipa bone.
Rasa me damasi. Ba bebi an komo ne ye dan pa we no. On say about you living no. No kure. Wo kire skadodo a abam within a week or say di. The best stress can be ade a sepata. Na na pa we ni freya ya maka no eya mo se me yanka ye ha ye we potemu. Me twitwa ho videos embre bi e de baaye na mlava drugstore kwan omode anative go so sami ya launching operation clean your frontage embro 2 months e ma be ka say e fia omo dan e wo gotara no hu nyina no e duru se friend say e bia weekend and I say month na say gotara no mechuku a o se ene omodele you know ka say Netia I be feel kwan no nsuo na I turn rate no I washing the train na cause the sense got and mu ayema e na nsuo no eyema e na nam your friends e nam street no so nti yes na e complain say e na got and mu so me ngin di say abrochi ye kwan a ye twapo e na de to got street kwan no e na nsuo from got ni bia na ye wuguru got ni mu na nsuo bia beto bia na afam ko nti the MC waba foforo me pesa me udi baba radio so wo frɛ e me ba launch clean your frontage before I mama udi baba radio so me she bi nka bokoko nesa be bia me ko bia me twabo say adwuma no en hya ase ende ne kina wo ba ira na braba drugstore kwan na ya fele so nso de turn awuru ni nyinagu because got na mu achoku nti adwuma na aka say ka ya o ma be san lie enu edi meat pie any cake no o ma hye say adwuma na ase yes sir a free next match ekono edane so ye hia kwan ya che ya DSP friends retire they be na no gum se mo ahyase ya ma mo adwuma enye waste obi be ya ye na ya hwe ne hwehwe kan na ya waste and then so mo san ya eno so be ya waste o ja to a me fa chemo me da
siminia sana pe ofrem na me din nkomo happy morning show no so go so awuti ne number is 0244885140. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm here today.
Nyame ado ba chana so
boko mi chiawu ni wa pamfo Stefani lady no ni Raymond
yo
mini unipa na meta hu pa no binim di abe yusu ba to de meko any nice din bi na me fra we hu say me why
yo bate ba hu mi so afre me
de bi any time abe hu bia no na hu wo melim me froze so awu free me.
Oh, maybe that Diana can we gum you know.
Would the be all your friend? Would the be friend or the general bet I live in Ama? What the problem? Rabbi Fresh, Miss Ankamo.
You.
Now, I want to touch on education bit, you know, but I mean, say if it is unfold for discussion this morning.
You can. It's allowed.
Okay. So, in fact, maybe you're teaching, okay? Maybe school in class 6. Okay, it is school you are cry. Yeah, your school no. You are the government school. There the classes for now come no ma so. Now, remember they say, I say they want to take advantage of the current situation or the current economic situation now. You're finding your in at this point, you know. They want to take advantage of that to make themselves rich. They think America, sir. Obeje they say last term before I be my coin. Omo ye PTA meeting. Na PTA meeting no omo ye no. Nyame free mobile no. Ebi ni say omo see every Wednesday bia no. Akwala obedi nkusia upo you pay upo obedi nkusia Wednesday bia no government school Wednesday bia upo obedi nkusia na me ye sheda anya me ya uyi adu free oru kwa na nkusia no unto fifie ma o teacher ni baako e na weti no wesi wo so no nkusia no beto no anu awofie no de abaro abeto amankwala no teachers no ankosia
now the question back what you saying
yeah 2 CD you say ozi go kwala na ibo amunfa 2 CD mbla
o say 2 CD there no minia
na obi wo ma doctor o say obi wo ma o din kosia no itina Wednesday bi akola ni kosia te say me kwa ni afi so we see Friday bi a fruit upo be di fruit upo be di fruit ukosruba for be di fruit meanwhile so abai schools no yenya ni say abai schools no sebi tafate omo ni bi no e na ye di omo ko ho what I say that must start with nyama bi say nkonya kwa bayo mimi kwala mi no omo ko bi every akwala bi answer the beji wo school no you would have to pay 50 cedis for nkonya and then so about betina form.
All right, me never do as you pay bupo medingosia monya krado mechikosia mo 0244 8851 40 0244 8851 40 and 0555 657 Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sammy.
Yes, sir.
We are cafe phobia near Cantalanto.
Yo.
Yo, Sammy, Mapa. Sure. I won't suffer that seminar, okay, I'm a Ghana phobia to ya no good swa. Ye didn't attempt so for the Newcastle Casa, but okay, it is a castle for the way of the year, but at some Newcastle Ujinabe Bitaka, maybe what I mean.
Sana
Very good. Sami Sobekaya, Oman Penny, our Chairman John Dramani Mama. Okay, so beginners anti Memukate yen, Asante Porte yen, yet the good, Ayaquamaya. And so, I don't know, Sami, like I would have the Jamukana, I think
I condemnable straight away.
Very, very good. And see, I want to kind into the mommy first idea.
But maybe some question B. Maybe some question B. And see, also for no, Sasa no kind of one in the yard,
100%.
One in the yard,
yes, 100%. Anything. So the OP, I am penny, I own the Ghana, you know, to crowd cat same way. So for Otiapa.
And see, Obia Fuma community, Obi some Fumunya.
Any panel, all cats, all white and food. Obia white and food, the answer, Mount Rabbit, Diana, Libya, Ghana, also our Gramoya Catholic say a day sky. That's how they trust how you will, or can we are on carbon. And you put to another way.
And Akafia. Based upon the work and intimidation, before a former president John Dramani Mahama who said you're kind and in the yard.
I know the owner in the yard, many problem or you. It is often no mama, they are all kind and then first can be a man. But when it is somebody here can is also fun as well. Bye. And yet this can be a man or so about with any pan or so you go. No, something so beautiful food, yeah, man, and
just what I am interested in proceeding. Some of these things may let's just handle issues. More politics too much, and now we are saying, and some no problems, no. What did they be? Yeah, 24488. Anyway, that point I made was just to make a point to him about my support for that statement. Anybody who knows me knows that such comments are condemnable any day, any time, regardless of whoever said it. I think, say, before final two callers, and then that'll be it for this morning. Na afi ya twaso ya tono makaka na afi ya di enkomo anapai ewo dwumedie no eso entiba so frame am pacho na onso afem na enu edi enkomo. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Me pacho your friend me
ma pacho enko.
Pacho schools no say schools no.
Yeah.
Private schools nyamo mo ye wo school no enya fine mo hwe because me back up primary school every day you did the 2 cities class back home enipa 50 one calculator say you did 2 cities every day government is my for them but teachers no did 2 cities every day
for them.
Yes
man but 2 cities in for them
2 cities no me name at the crop almost classes for classes 2 cities and you're fine. And you're fine. One chance I bebu. Omobebu pa. Eti yan shasa idea no sa 2 cities no omujino na yan ku say your school fees. And you're fine cry. Munhwe ni ye.
You. My better was an pay. Is there an entity that is responsible for overseeing the activities of the
Yes.
How do they arrive at that fees? I can see now omojino.
Fees I can see
3,000, 5,000, 7,000, one. What's it?
For the private school.
Private schools are sent American.
Oh, okay. So I think it also depends on the curriculum.
What do you mean by?
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is speaking from Aikuma.
Aikuma, what's you?
Yes, please, our light is. I want to talk something about the light, the ECD. It's like if a problem is happening somewhere and they call them, they used to delay the problem. They will not come on time. The last time the storm that blew, the wind that blew, I think 4 days or 5 days ago, there is something happened at Aikuma Forest Camp. A tree fall on the line. So they called them to come and do it. They waited for 3 days before they come. As they come, they cut off the trees and then they leave the line down like that. As at now, Aikuma Forest Camp, they are not having lights over there. And other people over there are using the light for work. But so, the last time our boss go there, they told the boss that they will be coming. They are waiting for some people to come and do what before they can come. As of now, nothing shows like that. But we are still in the house. We will also want to use the light to work. But now, nothing is showing like that. As now, we are in light out.
All right. My brother, I'll thank you for joining me this morning live on the Happy Morning Show. Yeba also na yedi enkomo na yema man for akwaba. Raymond, mi wi am bacho kai me ne bisa question na me say nye bia no ka ukudi kanda traffic light no whether say anopa mobile no hu say bibi adwuma bi ekoso ho no mana, because we need to keep reminding the authorities about the need for that traffic light to be fixed. Anopa one musu a bomodia say minia manenye awake purified drinking water. To bottle back one more 330 ml, 500 ml, 1.5 liters, and the newly introduced a year 19 liters jar bit me to be now also this office, and I say was sorry and I was suku send ya or man for a bit me anum be Mr. I will purify drinking water and ensure I was a day in an auto. Now, auto not oye more ediamobi as much as you are helping your own system, because ensure Autonomo bottle back home, this can be Eric Board, the National Cardiothoracic Center, our Kolebu Teaching Hospital. And the Unumusino, we are one Casa Hunem, the animal Jumano. Now, also, we ensure at the Ama Obi Bitmia Fair Casapeco Company Limited, Romo and a producers of a year, a week purified drinking water. Our 0262 351 251. Now, only more at the Encomo and a pain. Register onto G Money at any GCB branch or any of our agents nationwide and perform more transactions to stand a chance to win amazing prizes such as fridges, air conditioners, and other home appliances, and a brand new saloon car as a grand reward. To be a G Money agent, simply walk into any GCB bank branch and register and transact to also be a part of the promo. G Money is powered by GCB Bank and Yen Channel and Zoom. CBG4 as a man country so one more at the one more mobile application one more at the aba and say who install a application in our phone as well, then a wire bombardier so be install a application in our phone, so it's very much secure, very much simple, and the user interface and experience is awesome. And to make your transactions in here, also transfer from mobile money to account and also from account to mobile money. A year or statement are open or balance are open, say open so regularly or check what is going on in your account without necessarily going to the banking hall no CBG4 application no ebo ama what me utilizing what me performing all of these transactions with security assured, because you can set up a PIN whatever protect you at the free hole. And you know, download and install the application on your phone today. And answer over for 0302-216-0004. A year further enquiries on the app. Now, you kai among phone and so as a EDC for C and Calciminia. Sikana and Fanina intro num, baby, and Fanina intro num for be a year investment. Now, or the ABA investment, and let's say EDC for an ebemo. We one more a year quanchen for Nibia. We one more annual member juice can omnis can a we only a very credible, experienced a year investment entity. Over to me, I don't know. They are not just any mean entity. One more Ecobank group, no, Ecobank and so there. It is a bank, papa, the whole Ghana. And you know, audio Ecodomwa, that they are doing the right investments on your behalf. And to only EDC for in this car, ending como, na omo embo no sikane enwo na enye kese emfa maw. Obetimia from 0302-634-165 and I said 0595235065 to get started. And to any information kakra betimi e de ama omanfo aba ye toaso na ye di enkomo anopai enra and yedi enkomo highlights about food likely food shortages in various schools now. In senior secondary schools, no, we might shut them down. For also raise concerns about expenditure a year on free SHS. I shall say and say yedi and enkomo. There are several other concerns and I pay yedi any ebedi na yedi and enkomo. But quickly, Ramon, hold on. Na menfa we embro man for na fe yen twaso na yendi and komono. Okay. All right. mame emfawe and twaso na fe no Raymond Empire Nante as to what he witnessed this morning wabra woba edwemo anope Tigo Force and Cancho said one more big time data any sikakoko promotion egusua ekoso or say having a variety of best options to choose from without hustle is like buying delicious watching without long queues. This and many more are what Airtel Tigo offers, from conveniently enjoying huge data on Sikakoko and more data on big-time data bundles that do not expire. So what are you waiting for? Get 165 megabytes data for only 2 CDs, 665 megabytes data for only 5 CDs, and even 1.5 gigabytes data for just 10 Ghana CDs on all big-time data bundles. Dial *111# on your phone to buy your favorite big-time data or Sikakoko data bundle today to enjoy long-lasting and thrilling moments online with your loved ones. Airtel Tigo, almost a life is simple. Auntie Ray, and I pay Obano and you be an experience net the same.
Sammy, I no pay me bano. Now, me see the stretch from Roman Ridge to Accra Girls towards Yaba Salam down on.
Yeah.
Towards the Kanda overpass. Na obon say lighting na ensoy. Those coming from 37 towards Jolo, lighting off. Those moving from Accra Girls towards 37, lighting off. From the Kanda Highway, from the Kanda Highway, yes, towards airport, lighting off. From airport into Kanda, it's Okonima, and also off. Some major intersection, a major intersection, and Osha for I think it's been almost a month. Sunlight in Juma. I'm matching Obasana. I saw to me to take cars. I said, "Be out to me making sure," because normally it would have been amber. Then yeah, amber so a Juma as a shoot, red, yellow, green. No, but you see any on car during the day. We say MTTD for Jinawa or more direct traffic or more controlling the flow. But if you may stand there, I mean, you don't know who is speeding across. Until what person joining on a sort to take a car. And yesterday, if I was giving testimony, said accident is on countless occasions because of the situation that is there at the moment. It is, I mean, I decided at the Petrol Man opinion for say to avert any danger, to avert any more accidents. I was acquiring also no. As a matter of urgency, so much to share. Now I'm gonna fix the traffic light because so I mean I thought that speed cars between the criminal because of Felicia on no right of way. Until on no highway no so until to me trims and up then you know a challenge. Even motor riders in near I mean the impunity with which you cross and then because even traffic lights are control and control will be abused. It is I mean it's a bit of a problem. Even with traffic lights on Crampo no. Road no, I said I better. See traffic lights no go off. So there, I mean, a bit of a problem at night. It's a opinion for Besha.
Yo, it's a catcher a National Road Safety Authority for say Monty. Yes, a car. You can be looking at the highways and be concerned about overspeeding by a year. The Toyota Hiace buses are one more speed no. Broad didn't yes, one more year wrong overtaken. But internally, back in Accra. Traffic lights are not working, and the Kanda Nima Highway 1 is one that we need to pay attention to. National Road Safety Authority. Yes, Musamuti and Opaya, Mumfa money enter Kanda Nima Highway, no honum, Oko Gold House on my that major intersection, traffic lights, you know, and Yajuma 1 month in the and more, Meboa.
Yeah,
and Yajuma, and the National Road Safety Authority for Mutia, Munko Cheke, Ghana Highways Authority for Mutia, Munko Cheke. Na mamo yen twen yen kase o car bi ne ka bi akohia mu ho ama nipa bi ahwe wo monkwa ansa na ebe hu se makọ honum se mokwa akoye adwuma bi e wo honum afei eye Department of Urban Roads for so mutie ya munyina sa adwuma we nyina munyina no efa mo ho ehyemase highways for MTTD for National Road Safety Authority for any urban roads for munyina moni etua after all directors of highways for MTTD for urban roads for National Road Safety for anya bia mo staff ni bi efasa intersection way and they would have realized said for months now saa traffic light ne enye adwuma mo twen amobi ewu ansana maka se mo be ye adwuma no e de amayana we wouldn't want that to happen enti animanim ya no how is promoting ya mo make sure say eye kanda interchange no intersection no yesere mo mo fixes our problem no and for my na yentimi enya peace of mind. It's really scary when you have to drive around that place in the night. One you tactful kakra bi pe will be ebe smash you, especially motor riders no. Omo de light in the edge man kwa no omo emfa ho. They will go about their normal suban awo mo no. Enti yeni nkomo Ray enra yes shall say I think that Yenya National Road Safety Authority for Ewa Ahomano Eso, Mr. David Adontin Ewa Ahomano is Director Planning and Program. Yeni Ninkomoni and Bisano Senior is he at here. Mr. Adontin, good morning.
Good morning, Miria.
Now, and a problem to say
about the other room.
Yeah, they say. Mr. Adontin, and I pay your concern, and the concern has to do with a Kanda intersection, major intersection, or no more. Traffic light more than a month ni anya adwuma anya bia no national road safety mohu
yo no kra me mamwache enso me sanso tia yetifo na edemose no kra ni yehu se sa Kanda ana ka ukudi hodie ho ade na yenam na yehwe traffic light no esi hono se ne wo kan no abibi wo ho a ya na age no ho kakra na enye no kwa traffic light dodo no abebre no intersections no ya na ye de ani di akira ye hu se baby abibi wo ho ye adwuma baby nso enye adwuma but when in particular no ye hu na min cheche ne mamu kakra se ne ma bi ba ne se no a yesra mo enye se bia na ye hu ye anase ye ni ne akire anase bi emfa ye ho afi ye hu ye pa. Then so traffic light in particular Jumadie no and aniama ahoro bebre so na ya ema ejina ni na so ba ko ne say ebi wo ho a na ya connected to the national grid and the national grid no ehun to chima na say area no source no a ye di power ni free no say power ni ho a eno so automatically no ono so onye adwuma ebi so wo ho a ya na cable bi a yedi aya enu na twe power no de ban na ya anu bi anadwo a me no wada no mo kotwitwa om de om koto adi ono emfa no ho enu so etimi edi ba ebi so wo ho a ya na bi a ehihye contractors bi nsa wo mo ta yedi sa dwumade no ama wo ma bibia no ese wo mo kodi hu dwuma obra atosin bia na contractor no ode na invoice koto mu no yentu anika eto no anu yentu anika no wapom dwan egoruam so won godom godidi wo mo maaye na wo san pom bia kogum enti na ma eno so to sin kakra enti yetu ho na mo anu a ya na mri bi o ho a ya na eche kakra e be depend on the situation no na we in particular no ya twe urban roads department of urban roads wo mo na ehweso ya twe o mo adwen abaso wo mo de o mo ni abehwe enti wo mo tu ho na mo na mo meba ne saa ya ye na ya ma ye nua na prosifo eyi wo MTTD officers begina ho ama wo so ehwe se bibia enkoto chima obi nkopra na obi nkowuo eno so free ho a eye responsibility se me ne wo yeduru ho a ye hu se traffic light en ye adwuma eye natural sometimes esi a eye ahwiye necessary ye die na ye de nkakra sa no a obehu na afi na problem na da ho no ne ya solve eti yesra man for ya wo munya abotre kakra mayen yetu ho na mo mi gidi se enche bia no yebesiesi na aba energy ma pepepe modarum
Mr. Adontin you din komo ya nipa be miensa na send me text message catch me say that problem is over 2 months enti membi say into 2 months no say your wire bi na atie a contractor bi and say a power bi number enti yentimi emfa solve our problem no
menua ho asem no na me kire say ekoye say contractor bi ni yama ne say adwuma ne hye ne nsa na ode nisika betum se dada no a ewom die ntua ye enti die ntua no ansan waye de a ebi wo ho aya na eteke mre kakra enti na ya na yema yakotiko ebeso ano nyina ne se ne nkan se we in particular ne sa na tie but itumi ba ne sa na ɛno nso nkyerɛ sɛ ɛsɛ sɛ yɛtena hɔ kwa kwan bi ɛsɛ sɛ yɛfa so na saa traffic light no yɛ adwuma no ɛsɛ yɛ adwuma me mmom deɛ ɛno in particular mede m'ani di akyirɛ yi ɛnyɛ 2 months ɛnu 2 months no ɛwɔm sɛ ɛdumiɛ akyɛ kakra nanso menyi ɛnyina mu sɛ tintina a saa neteɛ nyinaa ne sɛ yɛnnua no Department of Urban Road wɔn yere wɔn ho na adeko a ɛma saa traffic light yi ɛnyɛ adwuma no yɛmɛmɛ yɛ adwuma sanse menye wo gye adwen yɛama anyɛ adwuma a ɛnyɛ abere bia na prosi ne gyina hɔ ebi kora na anadwo ɛne wada no saa particular place hɔ deɛ nkurɔfoɔ nna wo sɛ atwam kɔ baani ebia na moto saa ka ebi kɔ fam ebia na obi ankɔyɛ ahwie yie ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ obi nkɔwu a na obi nkɔpra enti nokora ni me ne woyɛ adwen akyɛ enti kwanko a yɛ nuanom Department of Urban Road bɛfa so a ɔmbɛyɛ no wɔn mɛyɛ me ne wo kasa anɔpa yi misi kwan so sɛ mekɔ a m'ani bɛkyerɛ a Urban Road office hɔ na m'ani bɛdi kan adu ansa na makɔ me office na yɛakɔhwɛ kwan bɛfa so a yɛbɛsiesie ansa na oyɛ ne bi abɛto yɛn enti mehyɛ mo bɔ anɔpa yi a misi kwan so yi Urban Road na mede m'ani kyerɛ na edi kan paa wadaroma
yo Mr. Dante yɛnkɔ ɛnɛ report a Daily Graphic ɛde baeɛ and many G upon say Daily Graphic editor reporting about is that more catcher a transport operator said one more and keep your more drivers in check. Nina Efa a yes new Toyota Hiace buses here. One more apply a crowd Kumasi na sometimes who speed new overtaking and one more area. Who papa. Money on within commanding if you mobile.
Yo, Minamidasi. Na say about Rosy to Jumadi ya. Yana Bibiani yet drinking yensa. Wabra kwenhyia no dodo no asisi enipa ewu enipa epra ya ye beka no dodo no ase efi ya driver fo sanse okɔhwe suban bɔne bi a wɔn yi no ɔka kwan so minua speed dodo ɔbra kwabrane tisti achi a aso otwi aeroplane aso ontu speed afenso oyi afa ho a yɛfrɛ no overtake no kura no ɔnhwɛ wo sɛ ɛyɛ wo kwan no a Ghana ha ya kwan no dodo no ano ɛnyɛ dual carriage single carriage way no enti wo nam nifa na obi nso enam nifa ono so de ba no ono abefa wo de a kyerɛ ono yi afa ho nti no wo de towram na wo kowu na sɛ suban bɔne no a wo mi unity no e de akwanhyia dodo no eba eprepra ye eku yɛn National Road Safety Authority wobra ye hye ye da wo ase nyene ɛna ye ne driver fo tu anamon adi nkuta ho akasa tu omofo minua dodo no a sɛ wo monte sɛ odogo bi no abe Omo bu nu egu omasom asoden wo ka ye ntie emfa mra nya adwuma ensuro mra they say there obra ye hye ye nwemra prosifo say wo mo ma mra nya adwuma driver ni ye mfumso a monche no wonfa no fa mra kwan so no say ye de ani nso kyerɛ union no a wo mo adwan no na ye de saa asodi no nso akosoe wo mo kyerɛ sɛ wo hwɛ yemra mu ewo Road Safety Act na ye dia ba no a say ayen authority no e ma ye ho kwan say ye nyina so na say driver bi ewo union bim organization bim na oyi subanbo ni bi adi na ekofa oye ne di ba ye mfa so bo no ma union no a join no it is say no e de responsibility kese abeto saa wo union no so ye di kan no ye be hwe ma driver ni biara driver ni bia wo twi commercial de e say o join union upe umpo eso join union wa join union na wie no union no wo emra bi a ye de ama wo mu a wo mu hwe so wo fa driver ni no a fa driver ni papa obi a onimte DDL ama no entity yesa ama no valid driver's license wo ntwika wanyin onya abofra obi a nani da ho na dwi mu so da ho eno edi kan ye di ho nso ye hwe se car no e be free station ho be ko no wo union no hwe ma car no ye road wefi car no yeti ase ewu a yempene ema won ye adwuma afen so ya mu pe ba bi ma driver for no ne da ya wo mu fa home se na be akwanhia a ede obre ede do friend fatigue no eno so esobeti eti sa ndema we na na ye standards bi a ye de ma union for no se wo hwe no mi ni so lemom ye ba ne be bo apro anase BBC ne ye nhwehwemu bi ehu se driver ni bi yisubabo ni bi edi wo bra union no join no amfa sa amra ya nya adwuma de a anya na ye ne no ewo bika am se tietie mu ana se ya na ye kono
yo apani ya pe be do ase we dey quick one mi bisa sanya bia modi mani ehu ana Apedwa junction eho akwa ba bia big trucks no wo mo dia mo parking station anya bia road safety mahu
minia yehu na pedwa kra de wokan apedwa ye mikrom ye kwa na mifri enti ya na mimi da bia mi tai ko ekohwe ekọ ayie na ade na mihu se mi a mikrom junction ho no ehwa ye busy pa mi bi atwam na nkenti saa e se de wo mo ya agye kwa afa saa so na wo konkokọ nso a saa ye nuan ma agye kwa afa na edumri bi a ya na ye din ho mienu ase wo mo hia baabi apake ahome na ye hwe ya kwan ho a ebi ni ho enti ebi ni ho no ya na sebsebio ye mfa no se wo mo nkọhin na ebi ni ho ntino ya na wo mo apɛ baabi a wo mo gidi se ye ma wo na wo mo de wo mo ka no akɔpake pake onenso emfa kwan mu pake no ya na ehu eni enkyɛn ni nkyɛn mu na no ya na wo mo pake afɛ kwan dan finfiri no ayɛ ketewa bi na wo mo oni wo mo di nkita ho a wo mo se o ene mo pɛ baabi mayen na mo pɛ baabi mayen ye bɛkɔ eno na akɔyɛ nkita ho di a aban mu ye di ho kɔmɔ sese a next week kura no ye frɛfrɛ ankrankra bi a ene aban highway for sɛ ye betumi anya nsase bi ɛwɔ kwan no ho a na ye siesie ho fɛfɛɛfɛ de ama saa track fo yi nanso sɛ ɛkɔ so yi a ye nya nyɛyɛ no ye ne saa organizations no trackers ene wo association di nkɔmɔ sɛ nka bɛyɛ kra na ye bɛ park a ya ye park baabi a ɛmɛn kwan mu na obi anhwa na ebi amfumso bi obɛyɛ no wabɛpim akyire akuku no ho eti sankita ho no minia ɛkɔ so den pa sɛbisɛbi omu a nyɛ nneɛma nyinaa na yɛ ba abɛnten nkɔka nanso behind closed doors no yɛdi ho dwumadie pa apedwa ɛne motorway efitɛma toll booth hɔ no ba no ɛne nkɔkɔɔ ɛne kintampo deɛ yɛhwɛ sɛ anim yia no yɛbɛpa asase bi ɛso kakra ne yɛdwi so na yɛde ama yɛ nuanom bi na wɔn akɔ pake hɔ
mede wɔn sanapa mbisa adɔnten sɛ wogye mbrɛ ɛna wone di nkɔmmɔ
nyame nka mo ho
yo Director General Emma National Road Safety Commission Authority ɛna yɛn no edi nkɔmmɔ anɔpa yi ɛfa ɛyɛ kanda kawukudi traffic light a ɛnyɛ adwuma no ɛno yɛdi ɛho nkɔmmɔ wɔyɛ Acting Director General for the National Road Safety Authority yɛn no edi nkɔmmɔ anɔpa yi ɛwɔ dwumadie no ɛso nti yɛbɛtoa so na yɛdi nkɔmmɔ na Ray back to your issue a yɛhyɛ ase sɛ yɛdi ɛho nkɔmmɔ ɛnura free SHS ɛho nsɛnsɛm otumfoɔ sɛ sika a yɛspend on free SHS no ano ɔden ɛno ɛna ɛtetete aban yɛbɛtee no nso sɛ Charles for ɛka sɛ yɛanhwɛ ne yie a aduane 70 yɛbɛclose down schools no Yanko.
Sammy, you know, this whole system I run, you know, also I buy a lot of responsibilities. Okay. Now, COVID-19 by at a point and I need embargo, and government would always make the argument say, a derailing on my plans kakra, okay. And so, ABA, na sika bi mu anka, so to make channel into progressive reimbursement or cushioning of free SHS is no more fun running. No. Some of those monies may have gone into other sectors. Time now you're fighting COVID-19. No. Again, about the free SHS now, government finances took a hit when they had to find a way to, aside taking care of school children or feeding any man. So COVID-19 protocols, Niamana is almost Thomas schools. No, some can say government spent a lot of money to procure Veronica buckets, masks, Niama. All these things, no, may have affected government one way or the other. And so, to be able to deliver Sikana schools here they running in temtem no. Maybe I know more to me in this show. These are realistic challenges our government could have faced. But I mean, time has passed. America Krapa, year 2022, and things seem to be returning to normal. Last year, Samubeka say these same complaints came. Na buffer stock ebe weather storm ne kakra with explanations on what they buy here. So I mean this time around we are almost heading towards the same spot again. Now if we are going back to the same situation where head teachers are complaining about sika say ba and aduane say ba ne niama na. So I mean the only possible conclusion we can draw from all of this is say ebia na enya covid and ha finances no ebia so no na enye Veronica bucket ne sa cost na ye nke ye unplanned no na enye no but ebia na sika na nkasa ye de ato ho say de koye school free SHS so na ebia because aban were responsibilities be no sika no ko share other places until by the time I wait there no time be do say o me yi akono na sami a check akra eno na ebema oxygen to Otumfuo statement and say a burden government samotumase so baby at this moment no me I agree 100% with Otumfuo. It may not be challenges that you face over the last few years no and I might be a scanning contempt, but the real challenge will be say government may be saddled with a lot of responsibilities. Policy free SHS no abeka sa responsibility no ho ama sikano ne responsibility of doling out funds to support free SHS no abeye burden ama aban because sikani bi ni ho nti aban would practically have to take care of free SHS as if say or twi enue free ni ho ni mo. That is exactly the situation. It is I mean I say if you look at interventions aban the aba share free SHS as the number one. Share your friend is saying teacher training allowances in the you restore here. Share planting for food and jobs abanka say the subsidies akoshim na. So I mean almost every single intervention one way or the other no hasn't run as smoothly as you would expect. And at the base of seemingly not smooth running no eyesikasem it is I mean you cannot run away from the Otumfuo no you cannot you cannot separate it from the problems. If government hadn't introduced, let's say government hadn't veered into free SHS now, I'm sure government would have had money to pump into other sectors and ebi anyema na aban ye no obeto aso aye ne sa but because why yes allocation no esom ko fasika ko and sika ni ho Sami sikani die ebi ni ho. Sami today Closac omko strike. Why are they on strike? Insensem ya Nagrat Nat omunyina at a point in time they've gone on strike. Ni nyina sikasem. And government cannot say free SHS no nyebium because we are committing no. Enti bebia so fa sikani free babia no. Now when government is bringing that money to fund free SHS no to the detriment of a project be on here and to the detriment of ABI intervention be on here on another side. What I said recently, I said LEAP beneficiaries na Omusika. You see, Sammy, it is not as if Aban was sika daima eguhoa. Any responsibility, anytime Aban bet me for only on our Jessica no. What am I saying? So we have scanty resources, but we have policies a draws to saying resources are your to be able to deal with some of these things. Anything I ever do, baby, I do. So I mean, this problem, if we do not find other streams, this kabe shim, and this kabe bar, you find free SHS. I can say consistently, scan be free harbor, consistently, scan time we be drawer. So I mean, every year, head teachers would have to deal with this. Head teachers would have to cry foul before they are taken care of. And to see, I know. Once the headmasters make noise, Aban would have to dig deep, find sika kakra, edi akokwenchi fire ne kakra, just to make sure say the students stay in school. So I mean, and anything say this Otumfuo statement is heavy, and it's coming on the back of what we can see. So I mean, it's practical. We can see it.
Ramon, I would have agreed with you, but and last year, the Ghana Revenue Authority for Kacha said they had exceeded their target by some 265 million or so. Was it not last year? So it was last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. It was Ghana Revenue Authority who told us that they had exceeded their target by some, I think 2 million or 200, about 200 million, we were told.
But I mean,
so if the Ghana Revenue Authority says that they met their target and even went beyond that, where lies the concern about inability of funds to be sent to schools to operate?
Your expenditure far outweighs your receipts. It's as simple as that. You are spending more than you are getting.
But you see, Raymond, let's pause for a second. So COVID-19 fight against COVID-19 COVID-19 fight, we got support from the World Bank, we got support from the US of A, we got support from even corporate Ghana, we got support from the IMF, huge sums of money to augment government
expenditure.
Yes. To fight COVID-19. Enti usika na hwehwe so benyane de usika no ewo ho.
Debio. Usika na hwehwe so benyane so tie but when you be aba amana be augment
abroso. Abroso. Enti problem ni for hefa. Besides usika na ye tia na ye assume o say eso tie. Revenue generation collection company entity or just kanama no was who are exceeding the target.
Yes.
Into a certain every
so I mean, let's not forget say at that time still nipa na odine ka no onka say oma moratorium because of COVID-19. You have to service your debt. Indeed. Yes. Indeed. While servicing your debt, you have a civil servicer, public servicer. At the time now COVID by they had to find ways to be innovative around Senombe Juma. So they may not have been working at full capacity, but everybody must take salary at full capacity.
But let's not also lose sight. Let's not also lose sight of the fact that it is not every business that was heavily impacted by COVID-19.
Yes,
some businesses boomed.
Of course.
Within the COVID-19 era.
Of course.
Some businesses boomed.
But let's bring it to the urban sector now.
So my point is, Raymond. My point is, say, a yesika semwa, and that's all the infant said, Diane semwa. Not even food and jobs. The
summation. But why? You've gone too far.
Too far.
You've gone too far. Yes.
Family breathing.
I didn't go and say free SHS no.
Yes.
Yet na see I share no. First of all, now I say funding be fin here ba.
Bank of Ghana.
But hold it 1 second. I'm Mr. Kofi Asare Indian Komo, Executive Director ma Africa Education Watch and Indian Komo Kakra. Na yembisa food shortage homes and some more. It may lead to the shutdown of the schools. It's been repetitive. 2021, like August, January this year, and now we are in the same position. Mr. Dwasai, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Now, I'm from Tizana Pay.
Yamiado,
Opani, senior secondary schools are there. YTCSE, Adriane, Mwasem Kana, AI, Dino. Mudi money at the H. Now, Mudi money, dear Chida, who say problem for him.
Now, the council must have a discussion too for any comment.
You can't
grow into Nayana.
My bro.
And I can't my break. Now, I can't see the discussion too for any
comment.
I can't my break because Okani 89, Okani 89, and he said, I was
I
now come back in Colana Casangata and no one Casangata demonstration. I can't comedy. Because I don't know a short now can. Now, you have it. You in your accommodation. One day, I'm not going to be able to every chance I contain. No, I just say if they are very accommodating. So I say, because the issue of me, say, buffer stock no, and could you? I bind the buffer stock last 2 months or 3 months, and not a coming about 315 million. A cash flow issue. But when the Kako is here, time now wrapping it can create about parliament every budget. So that time, chef listening has to see cars using a listening has school about 70% of budget. And if we piano, and my listening has to see cars on a free. annual budget funding amount, oil revenue, any Ghana government. Come down and minister a really sequence. Now, free senior school allocation for year now you really see half campaign. Now you really see half execution rate now less than 50%. Even Campono annual budget funding amount, APF is more reliable change in the Campono. Now execution rate is 50%. And now the buffer stock can be brave over 350 million. That's last year, this year didn't come home. And you know, president, so we say at the end of the year, a cash flow issue. I have to go into a liquidity issue because the thing they will do is this buffer stock. Everyone friends of suppliers. Suppliers no more car. As I say, suppliers in the card there, that you know, maybe I know another company will supply an idea. And so the back of them, the connoisseur the call now, it's 60 days, they reach the car. Now, you move on the Yaba. I have honestly the company there, the good. Remember, I supplied, I am switching as we, but I've once supplied food before. It's been how I supply it, they behave or supply is sure. So they saw the cook company AI, they turn the car for 6 months. Now for the cook company, yeah, they turn the car for 1 month. Or the Rebecca company A B, not or the Kakako company A because when you say adding the check, not all balance, and the company is good. Anything a liquidity issue. But first stop for no say a buying Ministry of Education, let me release your more ahead and I say at the right time. Not say one big contract, not suppliers make casana. Affect supply this chain the fact is there was near school. It's in a financial problem. And you get there and I know all about a cana accumulate nano. Now, but stop no so you catch your recommended that. Yentimi show working now. More you know, you're more strength from capacity, you're more building or more. I don't know how to put it. When we say I'm against the Ministry of Agriculture, but how many assets they have? If they are not able to go to a bank and secure an overdraft. Okay. And can come to me our assets are a bank to secure overdraft in the name of company, no? A company yeah. Now come out because they 15 million Ghana cedis. It may advance more suppliers from that can be free in the education ministry. And can win 9 but how many assets they have bank there you know, now a Catholic Ministry of Education, no money, they provide guarantee, and finance ministry provide guarantee. And the first talk for no one to call the overdraft. And there's a 10% campaign. Not a idea 10%, you know, interest. Not at least another coin more liquid, no more there, a cushion on time can banana. But they are more come behind the ancient schools. That's one of the ways it is. Because I buy the card, yeah, every delay. In Kankakwe, half of Britain High School is funded from GOG every day. And so that is the only way to have advance through the financial system. So they are train governments and veterans money and they are trying to supply. But okay issue where instead of us discussing the real cause of the problem now communicators, government communicators about the denied the problem here. The problem being what they are, and so the car is the good be another. Yes, that one day a combating class. No more it's about I just say for your commodity. And then I communicate to those over your issue of supply. But for now, we try to solve the problem holistically because a holistic solution to the problem is to enhance the liquidity and credit worthiness of buffer stock.
Opani Otumfuo I say free SHS is being a burden on a government in the budget. Only the adwene.
On the pono ekasai na they say on the pono editu say so the policy be a very successful. Na apart from very successful no any impact. You can have this equitable impact. Here for coming to me and school no policy be about every boy inside of the school. No almost so much be a copy, a comment na copy. And until the felt it one who is and so who say one of the instruments that government used to pursue long-term socio-economic transformation. Because up at all those human capital now transform it will be class say but one person of the school do it now, open opportunity to my transformation, socio-economic transformation, and poverty alleviation to the bush along with. You know, instrument they are re-engineer society now. They are lifting a lot of families out of intergenerational poverty. Now, they also have say, of course, school no, automatically socio-economically transform you. Because fear skill school, yeah, hot at it. I was still paid by. But you know, it's a 59 school, I increase the assets from about 880 children and then about 1.3. From 880,000 children, 1.3 million. That's about 500,000 more children a day. I could see in school. When you know, actually, the number of senior school graduates now every year, I'm number 9. Of course, last year, I'm this year, I'm graduating about 400,000. 400,000. Less than 150,000 in the call university. Okay, they're running to 50. I'm here, secondary school graduates. They're from school. I'm going to hear the first threat to national security because I'm here unemployed. Skill of secondary school, and yes, skill of which we are here. Almost here skills upgrading, so that they have the more higher run to the world of work. And so you see, I buy A, implement 1 or 2 projects B, and Ghana Cares, and you start, yeah, there, so that they are a bois, a nebula, a movie, secondary school maintenance, no, no, in time, you do skill B, no, entrepreneurship. But I have a project, a very small scale, can you? Now, the second link, a moment you call investing, so maybe investing. 150,000, 50,000 on the second investing. Also, maybe it's really what. It's that 2 categories with now. I buy a problem there how to make sure opportunities for employment in a better available to all. But you can say, private sector, so stimulated growth in the private sector. And to know, I can say, free financing and yet effective. Because we can still achieve free senior high school, we can still achieve the objective of ensuring that no child is denied secondary education on the basis of costs. By repositioning the policy. To simply say, yeah, more private school now, because the one you count to make private school or junior high school. Now, more public schools now, more enjoy free senior school. I want public school or junior high school. And I private school, almost school fees, junior high schools. Private school, a parent being in Ghana, or spending less than 2,000 Ghana cedis a year. A year. So, about junior high school, private school, now spending less than 2,000 cedis the whole year. That's about 700 cedis a term, a billion. In that instance, I always pay 2,000 cedis a year for junior. But to do from one. Senior school one, they also be the same 2,000 because they can't buy child for senior school. 2,000 Ghana cedis a year. This student come there about 1,003 a year. And in a year, be in the world between the about private school fees are on to meet about private school fees or junior school 3. I didn't know this senior school when I want to meet you. And you know, on that knowledge, we can simply say, more public school, more public school, more money be there. Enjoy free senior school. Not private school for fees. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, if you save at least 400 million Ghana cedis. That's almost about $50 million. You save 400 million Ghana cedis every year.
But Mr. Sorry, the factor will be
not I'm telling you, that's what you cannot save. Yeah, there are job expansion, job creation programs now. Buying me enough money or they expand the scope. They are pushing more on it. It's school. Not the opportunities are available for socio-economic development, skills training, startups, employment, employability, entrepreneurship. Let's try that also. Not what it's that you cannot. Yeah. Not savings, yeah, they are protecting the outcome of the free senior school. So, and then can be a castle. a project the financial week. Yeah, amount for and you can't say a buying called the program. You can't be a buying called the in high school. And I can say, she cannot yet spend we can still be efficient, what I say, and then still achieve the objective of Christian high school. So, Obinwa, over to because we discuss in Christian high school. Now, difference, savings, our policy, influence, so the outcome. So, they be secondary school now. Won't be another problem on the state because we need more. When you had the issue about the financial sustainability of the Christian high school now, they're coming to do for cancer. It puts a strain on the budget, a budget on the budget now, a ampa. The boy, I guess, in Pabana, but the boy, can you get the same shoe or a similar shoe at a reduced cost? So they are, to me, they will say cost savings. And they are one if I'm not saying Pabana.
Opening now making some analysis be to the effect say one more emba eco private schools and then should be made to pay for free SHS now. But send pani etimitia the bus school fees or private schools no doesn't necessarily translate into ability and capacity to pay. Seeing say AB and Nipano a loan and ward year send any bebenya a certain level of education.
But yeah, a bit factual in yeah, discourse on public policy issues. We need to be real. Okay. I would say, you say your program be a friendly league. If you are here on Antonia Kufu Abreso, every month they are in the lead almost Sunday. Cash grants at the month 12 weeks in Ghana. But I won't talk about that.
Mizan can be.
Mizan can be that. The trail saying. The trace of my layer was system in place. I made a target to only power me here or Munika Miyamwa. And that argument, then I'm saying the Kohon. Say, but here you should be justification, say, you to determine no one to make sure no one to be your Muslims in Naya and wholesale media. I don't want us to continue along that line. And communicate with their question, I'm saying, it's not only leap for over 15 years. Not last month, Crampon on Liberty has almost a monthly stipend I send me 2 more and the Ministry of Gender now. That's every year they identify new poor people. It was said to live so every year they are you know the count there. Not just the state me what the capacity to do means testing and determine who can afford an average of 1,500 cities a year, not a term, a year for secondary education. Who can afford it? A year, the least we can do. Maybe am I in Kokra? The cafe or more I am arguments or more free high school as a political promise. Help us who free high school as a political promise. So they are buying approach in implementing it appear now. You always say it. But if you want to approach the free high school as a social intervention, every society must be targeted to reach the direct beneficiaries. So that you save money and invest in other social interventions. It is always who say social intervention here. Oh, can I say it? Possible to identify the poorest person or take Gambaga or take Tumu or take Boko. Not everyone they are sending a cash grant. The list they say identify families of about 400,000 to them every year beyond the Coastal High School. So almost can almost. Very simple. I'm sure. The show junior high school are called the private school, the National Schools Petrol Authority, or more data of all private schools in Ghana. And they have data on their fee structures. Then you said the average private school in Ghana in school fees averagely about $100 a term. That's about 700 cities a term average. They say so we see how the private school fees for the whole year. Not the 1,500 cities for the whole year. For the whole year. School fees and all the entire cost transport school fees a cow boy a whole year 1,500 cities a year, which is 500 cities a term. You know quite say your man will enjoy free high school because free high school now you can nearby and say school fees amount. I know average in about 1,500 a day school 1,000 and about the 2,100 and here for fresh students. But we are continuing students are about below 2,000. It's the average, about 1,500. It will be 1,500. So the tier 3 of senior high school 1. But now what 1,500 of senior high school 3. We are not being under situations. So I think it's possible. And yet we shouldn't even have the debate.
And
if you want to do it, you can do it.
And you're progressively free SHSU and virtually you are saying
progressively free SHS no. Yeah, man for progressively free SHS. Yeah, na who say the brain now our policy no compromise because a lot of policy education wasn't done on that policy. It has very little correlation with free senior high school in plenty you. Progressively free senior high school no, was at the time no, was simply paying for the fees of only the students. And now a percentage of the fees of somebody, it was just about 5%. But mainly no, it was let's start by making day schools free. So we promote people, a lot of people to go into day secondary school education. It was premised on the South African model, the Kenyan model, the South American model of free senior school. Before I did free senior school, I did a lot of trips to study senior school systems in Africa and South America. All the best practices in secondary education in the world are built on day schools. Ghana pen all about day schools are free. And model now so many under progressively free was looking at the South African model, for example. Say, they prefer most day schools because it's cheaper and much cost effective to run day schools than boarding schools. And day school no free, not by entry free to my day students. So there are more and more people now up to the day students. And until now, I buy started to multi community days in high school. So their approach now was the expanding secondary education using the day community approach. And instead of my incentives by making day school free and they're progressive. It was we a different strategy, two different strategies aimed at, if you like, achieving the same outcome. Everybody should have access to secondary education, but two different approaches. Yes, sir. And when I make say targeting social policy, social policy 101. Target social policy must be targeted so that they are achieving cost efficiency. I mean, so I so when you say let's school be a school.
Yeah.
For the past 3 years, textbook be any basic schools. Capitation grant is been in arrest for about 2 academic years. I find registers for me say it's been on study the year almost maybe basic school problems the academia. So they are in there are 5,000 schools that are in the ASEAN schools and trees and chefs and dilapidated structures. There are about 4,000 primary schools are only junior high schools. 4,000. Okay, that is 25% of the total number of primary schools. 25% of primary schools can only junior schools. You can now drop it out. This is the situation in our basic education system, and we are building an average of about 260 schools a year. A whole year, who divided it by number of districts? Like I said, the whole year, it means just one school per L1 district. It will take us more than 13 years at this pace to achieve parity between junior high schools and primary schools, or to ensure that they are primary school and junior school. Take 13 years every year. The amount for dropping out. About 20% of students or more enrolling in primary schools not dropping out before junior school, and between primary schools and junior school, about 20% of students drop out, especially in the private districts. And we invest in education system now from kindergarten and primary schools. Not about 20% ever dropping out because they are not junior schools. Tells you that you are pouring water in the basket. Because they have said the deficit now here country now basic education system. One thing is critical: resource allocation. Low. In 2008, about 12 years ago, not basic education. About 10 years ago, not basic education received 55% of the budget. 55. Less. And I'm 39. So well, from 55 to 39, allocation to about reduced by about 15%. But over the same period, the secondary education there also from about 17 average, up to 25%. And number can capture when you say the more I implement free senior high school in a wholesale manner, now you're spending over 2 billion every year on free senior high school. Now you're spending another 2.5 or 2.2 billion on secondary education. Two different things. With the BOMWA, at the secondary education in senior high schools, they're spending about 4.2, 4.3 billion a year for secondary education. The more I hear it, now you deny basic education of the resources. And your opportunity cost, you can't say, okay, can have it. And if you spend lavishly at the secondary level, you cannot spend lavishly. It's really about education sector will not allow you to affect your ability to improve infrastructure and investment in basic. That's why we are experiencing the challenges I just enumerated. And so you can't say you're cost efficient for secondary education. Now, yes, if you are being senior policy, they will never say, factory now, we'll see no. Factory now, we'll see in secondary school. Raw materials now factory here no. Primary school and junior high school, basic school. That raw material deficient. And you know, invest in the raw material base. So they be able to say senior high school one. Not quality no one, quality I'm molding into quality goods for the Ghanaian market. That's all we are saying. And you know, you need option. You will resource scarcity. America can produce scarce water. So everybody is cost efficient, spending efficient. And we are not spending efficient. We are spending also because we are seeing free senior high school not as a social policy, but as a political promise. And so you change that perspective now. Now you begin to share free senior high school as a social policy. We will begin to target. We will begin to be cost efficient in our approach in managing it. And then we will begin to free resources, into the same education sector to improve basic education investment, for instance. And as to also support job creation for secondary school leaders and also tertiary school leaders. And today, it's our own couple. But still, I'm buying this for the secondary education. I'm buying it by the view of so far as it determines how it wants to spend its resources available to it.
Mr. Sorry, I better say, sir, when you deem Komwana pay a war at Jimmy.
That's right.
Kofi Sorry, Executive Director Emma Edward, you know, education in Komo and pay. You better know about your bar, not your 2 commercial channels. Yeah, mo bibia kwaba about Jimmy, so happy morning show no so go so wo tie and pay wo share live our ETV our Nisim 95.9 elbow Katanga and Tamale emo bibia akwaba. I'm hoping say nkomo se na yedie no nso wo adwenche bia apese de ebrahim obetimi e de afa yen Twitter handle na odi abrahim ETV Ghana and I say happy 989 FM your hashtag no happy HMS into no betimi at the comment at the fasa platforms so na odi abrahim and pay wabra yedi enkomo no yedi nkomo ya no na me ka manfo bi say WhatsApp line is so adwuma enti no onso betimi de kakra ade onso o thoughts no ade abraham mame enhwe se menya comment a omanfo no bi ade abraham no Facebook me fa bi embre adofo na afi ento so na yendi enkomo we hoping say yene member parliament for Busa South yene ebedi enkomo na ono so no he's been raising a lot of concerns about free SHS, the lack of books, textbooks, any and I saw a piece I know what you the Oman for Virgin Chairman Aisha pay also watching you live from Akokere Eunice and so Aisha Eunice good morning on also Aisha pay Jumediano as well on so betimi at the Abraham Dr. Brown Blue Aisha was say transport fares in Ghana is among the highest in the globe. The hardship is real. Come to think of it, how can someone who is paid 500 Ghana cedis a month survive under this condition? Positive change, Medina. And so I said, if a minister can just stop the collection of road tolls in this country without parliamentary approval, why can't President Mahama also repeal the AE levy? Emmanuel Emma Wule, United States of Kesaman, said, the government should rather use the so-called cathedral project money to support the free senior high school. Okay. Oyibo Boateng from Trima Nerebehi Ewo Kumasi, as the government should do something about the transport fares because Ghanaians are bitterly complaining about the hardships. We kakra monso modi Abraham in Facebook wall no so fati member ho because na wona wo a floor may interrupt you and send a minute open no edi enkomo.
Yeah, I say looking at how we were hoping to fund free SHS with COVID coming in and being a friends and hits, obviously there were going to be setbacks and problems. But what I don't understand is how we are talking about food shortage as if you say eduane ni krom. It is not a food shortage issue. It is lack of sika because eduane na free. What must say? It's not like there is scarcity of food. But sika eba akoto eduane ababedi jumani wo school one eno na ye ni.
Fachem pacho. Many honorable Ubekasa. Or many honorable Clement apak in Komo na Yenjina June Enfa a year or two for small workers. Free SHS is being a strain on a year in budget. Doc, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Now I'm paying to say.
Oh, Yamadum Yahoya.
Doc,
Chrome na Ayash, no my BC Basa to quote Chairman Sabunsu.
Sao.
So no, there will be Musana Noka. Ati Abeda, BC Basa.
BC Basa. Yo, honorable, free SHS on Komo, or two for some workers, it's become a strain on a government coffers. Only the argument.
Well, maybe dear, it is a very nuanced issue to address. Because Saosha, based on my questions, I may be a minister. I told you, say, from 2017 to 2021, 5 years, the total amount spent on the program, a year 7.62 billion. And if we work the average now, give or take, we can say that slightly above 2 billion or 2 billion a year. So what I say. But you have to juxtapose that with other government expenditure line items. And for me, the issue is not about the cost per se. It is whether or not Sikana say their share program na seneno. Have those monies truly been invested in the program? And this is why I've continued to raise questions about the disparity. Because I Minister of Finance on ni budget statements, media budget statements, any questions I may be sent on the floor. On say 7.62, but maybe it works out to just 5.2 billion. And what has happened to the additional 2.4 billion in the name of Free Senior High School? And that is why I'm saying, sir, it is a very nuanced question based on where I sit. Kwame Njindi said the whole 7.62 billion has been invested in the program. If that were the case, then some of the issues that we are confronted with, even including, say, because of lack of food, because buffer stock supplies in Tuamuka. If the money is there, and we have actually put all of this money in there, why must we still be owing buffer stock supplies? So, the question doesn't have a straightforward answer as far as I am concerned. We can only know the truth if we hold a national forum to review the policy, or we commission of a forensic audit about the utilization of the so-called monies that have gone to the program.
And as members of parliament to hold the executive to account, and they said you would demand for the breakdown of the expenditure. And while my worker said for you think that the amount spent, should not be even up to 6 billion, but it should be around the range of 5 billion. That reconciliation, as you know, for the minister to provide you details of expenditure,
And in fact, it should be 7.62 billion, according to the minister. But my analysis based on one documents, parliamentary records, actually say you are spending 5.2 billion. And you see, before I even get to your question, do you know, sir, on the 7th of April, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia a lecture on the economy. He actually quoted that the total amount spent on the program was 5.3 billion. You know, even within members of the economic management team, within members of the government itself, they are not able to tell us the truth about how much has been invested in the program. But to your question, and yes, I am beside you. Mina Medica finally question answer na Ghana for say some 7.62 billion has been allegedly. I say allegedly because I don't believe that figure. I think it should be lower. Has been allegedly invested in the program. The minister, when he answered the question, and I challenged him, said, "How come said 2020 media budget review? What about Parliament at the time? You told us said 3.2 billion had been spent on the program so far, which would have meant say in the 4 years, 3.2. So how come just between 2020 and 2021, the cost of implementing the program has ballooned?" I actually use the word quantum leap from 3.2 to 7.62 billion. The minister couldn't explain. He sought to say, sir, perhaps it's as a result of unplanned expenditure to do with procurement of PPEs and other COVID-related material to prepare schools for reopening. But that is not true. Because inside the 2021 media budget review, if you go to page 101, Appendix 4E, it says that 598 million have been allocated and released to prepare schools for reopening. And get this, even the president, State of the Nation's address, he said 1.9 billion was used to prepare schools generally for the preparation to reopen. So how can Keno Foriata try to tell us that the additional 2.4 billion are about 3.4 billion 3.2 billion is as a result of preparing schools for reopening? So I filed another question asking for an itemized breakdown of the expenditure. Because on one can say he will come back to Parliament with a breakdown, and he didn't come back. So yeah, can say, I filed a question to that effect.
I don't see any other assistant of OJ and any income. Yo, Dr. Clement Apak, a member of Parliament, Emma Busa South constituency, and no, Edi and Como and a pay a Jumediano so. Aka 12 minutes now, Edi Jumediano, a bar and a way na and a pay no. Menya guests be a studio Hanumsia, Minimo, Edi and Como. Interestingly, a more a bar a certain Sunino, a more Minimo, a issues, Kakra. But a humanity. On a normal day, I am home about him, but a humanity no, my bomb didn't have mastery. Na minimum Eddie and Como Minia Okocha, Elmen na Mano Aquaba, Abbott Medina. So, Cocha,
so many a penny.
Na at the same.
Yamedia chair now sway.
They were there. And I saw is a home Basiadi because
even put Ocasano crap or Ocase guest big crap about show no so crap. But Meadow Boniacho.
What do you mean Boniacho?
Meadow Boniacho.
Na Abrantin or two
Now, see, I be a co-host. I introduce. Okay, Joel. So, and Chewa, Joel, will be on so kind events team, no, and a PR, so no.
We know my friend Joel Sanko.
Sankozi. Joel.
I coming know there.
Debbie.
Your kind of one to know.
And yes, a hawk. Debbie, and in the tree. Put me as a hawk now, secure. Madia, oh, secure.
Obi Peso,
be a Yabacono. The Obi me afa no afa or.
Sami Obi Dio Biakwana.
I say I'm for broke me chance be near that day.
This baby I'm a corner as Sammy about it.
And yes, oh yes.
I say yes, your home. I say 4 years I could do
him. Oh no, can we mean?
Oh, come on, yo, Minister Salah Food Festival and my BP Hanum say. Okucha, my main fa and Shasia for one more and any day dika or more ATC Casala Food Festival no was no
okay me da was say wama ya kwenya say yeah appear wo show no so Sala Food Festival cooking competition bi ye de ko anasa ye no wo Zongo community fa Sala every year me kai say last year no no ba ko wo Fadama chief imam wo ma ye crab hwe ye hu say mu nyina crab mo pass through any ehon kan ba afi de no stronko in the sense that ye hu no say na amanfo agi yetu mu amanfo efe ye sanso ehu no say amanfo pi wo ho a wo Zongo community no omo akwenya so omo mbe ye aduane na omo tumi kire omo bobre enti no afi no ne ye ne say ye intra Zongo community cook competition and I say cooking competition enti no na no ye beba o community peso aso a o no ana potemu a o no ne ya mamu akwenya say mo mbe kire mo bobre e we aduane nuamu mata say enti no say mo ye 4 groups maybe na Saturday minim say no Joel will touch on it final train no yes sha say edi free no 4 groups no community no each group bia no say comprise with nipa miensa ebetumi aye mema nko ebetumi aye mba ni mema ebetumi aye bema ni oba whatever say na mo panu bia na mo akire omo bobre nti ye wie sa intra your friend say Zongo community cooking competition ni ye nya winner sa winner no and e be represent sa community no Zongo Krona Brono so aye koe no wo grand finale no wo chief imam wo inti na say na etie prizes be over 20,000 prizes wo ba bofua no nentwe mu na eda so a grand finale wo chief imam wo no wo obedi nkunim no na yede amawo inti sa na ebekọ no
Joel finance na Firefa community shinu kakra timelines senia ye beye bibia no
nti currently no ye gugusu registration for Sala Food Fest no but ye sha say Saturday we 14th of May ye call ye be intra Zongo communities no nti ye wo Gaskia Zongo, Zabu Zongo, Kaswa Zongo na Tuba Zongo nti senia okocha kan no omo mbe gwini in these communities no omo number represent community ne as a whole our final cooking competition ayebe chief imam hon not the following 2 weeks after no ne aye Ashaman Zongo and Madina Zongo and so contest 28 May ne aye those competition one no yenya the obi wini wo Ashaman obe represent Ashaman yenya the obi wini wo for Madina obe represent Madina ewo final competition nimni ye we are on the 11th June ye call Nima Mama Obia na Alaju.
Yes sir.
Ni akoye omuso omode na ye Fadama ni Abeka Zongo on the 25th June.
Yeah.
Until we are winners from this one these 4 intra competitions no. Omo na ye de omo main competition na they represent their communities to prove say ampa ye bagana Zongo omo boy diane pa ye either Nima Zongo ana Madina Zongo ana Sabuzo. Me interest for Nima Zongo nti say omo na me pray winning no ayeden amom omo so omo bomodin pa nti sisi an registration still ongoing to be person offer no omo register to partake omo free number 050 122 0653 meeting bi 050 122 0653 and now say 024 370 2519 024 370 2519 omo fra enquiries bia omo peno omo sabeka na clarification bia so omo muhia no omo benya for 2022 Sala Food Fest no
acho my location no so mo here chira kwan na my location na MIS
enti say opesa on pick registration form no no enante bra ha dia oba Happy FM and say ETV wa asylum down wa on the right front desk ono obisa ombema na so nensaka ne forms no hia ne bibia na so do oka no obisa say ohwe Aisha Aisha be available to the person now, and I say the groups no normal register pepe.
Yo, Okucha. Kakra bi wade beka wansa na so.
Yeah, Joe touch on 14 the na ye sha se memory da ye Gaskia Zongo, Sabu Zongo, Kasua Zongo, ene Tuba Zongo no. Omu nyina no bekwa akohie mu e wo Kasua.
Okay.
Kasua na host to omo.
Okay.
The fact say Kasua host no nkyere say Kasua na win do Kasua na ye defending champions.
Okay.
Yeah, what you say? Inti no saa na tinti omo te say ye oka say ye beba nima mamobi we no nkyere say ye beba aha ye wi ane akwa. Omo nyina no bekwa akohie mu o baby baako na ye dijumede no de Aisha so ba samise wa mama akonya de ene na asida kese no ne de be ma HD plus eja fili experience no na ye nyina no ye womu a ye hwe nim se Kasua 14th no amanfo mbehwe se na amanfo eduane wo de wanya akonya krapo no anu eduane a wo de bra ne be supporto o team a be ba ho saa so na tasty tom and rich tomato mix almost no dimo akoten pa na royal aroma fortified rice into no eduane amo a be provide ama competitors no so no de aye eduane no free royal aroma for ho into no bibia the registration no still it's ongoing na mes no boboy no second one ye media into no unimi na mana frame direct na ode men register okrapo ansa emre no edunti no ye nyina ye botwi akohia mu wo Kasua trotro station ho na memre nda no ye hyase edi efri na afi subsequently no yakọ other communities
Joe final comment na
nti ye hye mu say see ye nya found number of groups on person mon partake was Zongo communities on the omombra no mumber register no partake in the cooking competition because it's not only an avenue say omo de be geomania as omo near the but it's also an avenue for the Zongo communities to bond together as one because they be as why to say oh Zongo e basa say ni issue but entisa maybe the one off event I created that perception but with this cooking competition we are not only encouraging them and as a pushing the contest but also fostering unity among the Zongo communities and then pushing them out there say there be Zongo for also do asumye
yo Okucha medo asjo medo asana pay say mobile na monimidi nkom mefa anchia kese Free George Asare Oware bibina e friend Kafidi wasmefa anchia nkoma Michael Asamwa oye operator ewo Rush Energy Drinks. I say happy birthday to you, my brother. Wishing you a blessed morning. And Kafidi, as Menkancho Michael Asamoah say, happy birthday to you. Manguzi was sending code. Our personal phone crack. There is a boy didn't know. You ever see how them say na yamepa or chana pa yensha.